Figures that are usually straight started to distort to become wavy.
What are these little dark spots with blurring that I'm seeing?
There's a blind spot like a blob over my vision now.
Is my vision lost forever?
Why did I wait so long to see a retina specialist?
Retinal disease can steal your eyesight, but it doesn't have to. Patients who seek care from a retina specialist in a timely manner have the best chance of preventing vision loss due to age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. AMD symptoms to look out for are distortion or warping of straight lines, as well as blurred or loss of central vision. Patients with diabetic retinopathy should seek treatment if they notice the appearance of spots or floaters or blurred and distorted vision. Don't delay seeing a retina specialist. It's worth the visit to save your vision so you don't miss out on life's precious moments, like seeing your grandchild grow up, enjoying a sunset with that special someone, or reading a good book. Visit seeforalifetime.org.
Over 2.8 million Americans have served in our military since 9/11. Many have returned home with devastating injuries and few resources for them and their families. This is news correspondent Bob Woodruff. I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq in 2006. The military had my back that day, and they have each other's while serving. It's time we had theirs. Please join us as part of the Got Your Six initiative. To learn more, go to gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Travis Rogers. It is DeMarco Farr. Here we go. The Travis and DeMarco Show is on for Thursday, October 3rd, 2024, and the stage is set.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Let's go.
Padres, Dodgers. The division series begins Saturday. And the only question is, as the road to Robert's redemption hits the playoffs yet again, will Travis and DeMarco have real Dodgers talk today? Or will they talk in Fantasyland about Dave Roberts' playoff performance thus far? I guess there's only one way to find out. Plus, Week 5 kicks off tonight with Thursday Night Football. And don't forget, you can hear DeMarco tonight, Rams All Access, with JB Long at 6 p.m. right here on 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app. So let's get to it for a Thursday. The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Fantasyland coming your way. Fantasyland all day long.
All day long, yes. Roller coasters.
That's one of my favorite things. That, you know, we were talking about yesterday. Sometimes you just get the clip. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, perfect. I don't have to pay attention. That's what that was.
Why are we in Fantasyland? What are we fantasizing about?
That he has something to do with this?
Is that what it is?
I guess.
Besides the billboard of Beyonce.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you see that on the 110?
I missed that.
I almost ran.
She have a new record?
It's that she's advertising jeans. So she was showing off the back pockets.
Oh. Well, she has a song called Levi's Jeans.
It was
on
Levi's.
On her Cowboy Carter.
I have Levi's on today.
I have Elvis's on.
Yeah.
Do you really? Okay. It's on the BMO board. The one that's
the
on
video,
the North. Yes.
All right.
So I'm watching it. There was an advertisement. Korn's coming.
Oh.
I like the band. So I'm like, let me check the date.
Your music tastes are hard to pin down. You're kind of all over the map.
All over, but I like Korn. But then it flashed to Beyonce, and she was showing off the back
Korn to
pockets of Levi's.
Beyonce. That's a mixed bag.
And I'm supposed to be going straight, and I wound up going a little bit right. So, yeah. Anyway.
Well, I'm glad you made it in.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're not still stuck down in the parking lot. That was
good
interesting.
News.
You had,
God bless her heart.
A little run-in with an older person that just kind of blocked the entrance.
Some people just blossom later on in life driving cars.
I don't know. You and I were having a conversation this morning about another topic that I don't want to get into, but you gave me good advice.
Don't bring up my mother-in-law. She's listening.
No, not your mother-in-law,
okay.
but something else, and you gave me good advice. So I'm gonna see if we can do it again right here. I had maybe the laziest day I've had in I don't know how long.
Lazy day?
I took a nap.
Yes.
I laid on the couch for a solid 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
Watching baseball.
Okay.
Lovely.
I only got up to go eat.
Wait, what position were you in? Were you laying on the couch?
Shoes on.
I was shoes off, Em.
There you go.
I got comfortable.
Wait, time out. You really don't put your shoes on the couch, do you?
Not on the couch, but I let my feet just dangle off the side, but I do leave my shoes on.
Okay. But you don't put your shoes on the couch.
No.
Is it so that you're in like a ready position to like go at any
What if
moment?
somebody comes through the door to get me?
Snatch
If you invited Travis over to your grandma's house and he put his shoes on the couch, what would happen?
No.
I'm just what would happen?
I would never do that.
What would happen if he put his shoes on the couch?
as long as they're dangling off the side, yeah. But if you put them on, my grandma would be like, "Hey,
okay.
Yeah.
Emily, same thing.
Oh, my grandma didn't care.
Yeah,
she didn't care at all.
She let us all run wild.
Really?
I would never put my feet on someone else's stuff.
I mean,
ever.
but inadvertently, you fell asleep, your foot fell back, and your Nike touched the couch, and there we go.
Yeah.
My grandmother had plastic on everything in the house because of that. And if she saw you sit down with shoes on, yeah, there would be no more conversation. She would be staring at your foot.
Did you guys have that plastic path, like from the front door to like the room?
Everything in the house had
The
plastic
floor
on it.
too?
Yeah. Yes, the little plastic
The little runway. Yeah,
we gotta save the carpet.
You can't even enjoy your home at that point.
No.
We are enjoying the home for 35 years. We need this carpet. Right. No. Yes.
So my shoes were off. I was. Let's just put it this way.
Yes.
I was comfortable.
Good
Okay.
for
Like
you.
I was comfortable.
I'm picturing boxers.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Yes. I mean,
Not the full DeMarco Farr.
but it was.
I don't do that on the couch.
T-shirt, boxers, pillow,
Nice.
baseball. Did not take a step yesterday.
Okay, but that's
Just-
okay.
Just a full
Yeah.
zero.
That's okay. Did you compound the problem? Because I know what's coming next.
With food?
Yeah, there
No.
you go. Did
No.
you eat?
I
You didn't
ate,
eat?
but I ate fine.
Okay, good.
I
Okay.
did not overeat.
You didn't have like the bucket of caramel popcorn, ice cream. Okay, you did good.
The loaf of bread, like
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah.
I had grilled salmon last night. I'm fine.
Nice.
Like I
Good.
did not overeat. I had my tacos for lunch. It was fine.
This isn't a lazy day so far.
No, I didn't take my walk. I literally didn't move off the couch for 3 hours. I went to bed last night at 8:30.
Good for you.
Okay,
That sounds lovely.
It was pathetic.
No, let me change your mind. That is not called lazy day.
But hold on,
it's
hold
called
on.
recovery day. See, you're recovering
Okay.
for today.
Well,
yes.
this is where I'm hoping to get a little advice.
Okay, go ahead.
A little older brother, since you're much older than I am.
Much. Yeah.
I loved it, and I want to do it again today and tomorrow and on Saturday and on Sunday. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is Travis. Lay on the couch, watch TV, and do nothing.
Don't let the game beat you twice.
I loved it, DeMarco.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
no, you
I
didn't.
did.
No, that's the devil on your shoulder. That's what the devil's trying to tell you. No, the real Travis is the guy that walks.
I don't know.
And the real Travis needs a rest. That's what it's telling you. So build in some rest. If you love it, I used to see videos of Muhammad Ali running in combat boots when he was training for fights. And he would say he's thinking about cake, he's thinking about pie, he's thinking about everything that he loves as he's suffering. Because when I win this fight, guess what I'm going to do?
I'm going to eat the cake and
there
the pie.
you go. So call it a recovery day. Change your mind.
So good. It was so wonderful.
And you earned it. Wait a minute. Didn't you say you had 120 miles for the month?
Yeah.
You deserve
September.
a day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop beating yourself up. What are
I'm
you
not
doing?
beating myself. I loved it. And I want to do it more.
You should love it. You've banged it out for 120 miles in 1 month. That's awesome.
I'm just saying that if you get a text from me later this afternoon with my feet up on the couch with no shoes on, you're going to know that the guy that disappeared on January 1st, 2024 is back in full bloom.
Is that your accountability text? Is going to be you on the couch?
You're going to be letting the guys down. You're going to be letting Cap down, Mace down.
I know. It felt
Big
so
D
good.
Little D is he's
felt
worried about you.
So good.
I know it did. Get up and go. I like that though. Time to get off the couch.
We'll see.
I had another car situation yesterday, which was interesting. So I was at my trivia, and I do that every Wednesday. No, I got third.
Okay.
We did fine. Our trivia name was What the Fog.
Man, I thought you just lost your mind.
I know, but that's the beauty of the name.
What about What the Far?
Well, it's because it was foggy.
That's way too close.
It's in Marina Del Rey. And so anyway, I go to pull out after the show, not the show, the games, and it's like there's a big space in the middle in which their cars can drive around in, and it's like it fills up pretty quickly. And so when I was backing out, I was thinking, oh, this person's behind me just trying to take my spot because he could see
waiting for you to black out so you can pull
exactly. I'm like, it happens all the time. I'm waiting for that. So I put my foot on my brake and I start reversing to show that, hey, I'm coming back, so maybe you back up a little bit.
Throw the lights on.
So I have the space. Doesn't move. And then I look behind me and I'm
it's Jorge.
Yeah, right. Hurry up! Pull out to the park.
I look behind me. Well, also because they were being a little aggressive. Their lights were really bright. I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm leaving. I just got in my car. And I look behind me. it's a Waymo.
Oh.
There was nobody in this car, and so I turned to this my window. My window's open. I go to the guy who's smoking a cigarette outside the bar, and I was like, "Hey, is anybody in that car?" And he's like, "Nope." And he's like, "You can just pull this way." I'm like, "I can't. The car's in the way." I had to back up until I was probably inches from this Waymo before hitting it, until the Waymo realized it was getting backed into, and then backed out of the parking lot and just left. Didn't pick up anybody.
What was it doing there?
I have no idea. I've been seeing
scary.
these videos on
They're
TikTok.
out there like that?
Oh,
Really? Robot cars are out there?
I haven't seen them a lot, but I've seen them.
They're all over the West Side.
Yeah.
I've been I've been seeing TikToks in San Francisco all over the place. But there's this one parking lot in San Francisco. It just houses a bunch of Waymos, and they will honk at each other, and they will back into each other all night long. These people that live in the apartments next to us, like literally the Waymos are honking until like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, see?
So you're complaining about things happening. You know what happened this morning? So I'm pumping gas, right? You know how they give you that little squidgy and then the little sponge for your windshield or whatever? I saw this dude and this lady washing their car with it, man.
Like the body of the car?
Body of the car. They're pumping gas, and I'm like, okay, they're taking the Windex or whatever dirty water's in there, and then they're wiping their doors and then their roof. I'm like, what are you doing?
Bees like that sometimes, Poppy.
Come on.
Okay,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
how different is that than wiping your windshield?
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Because it's the same dirt that's going to get on the rest of your car.
I don't know why that bothers me, but I'm with Jorge.
Yeah.
That bothers me. I can't give you a good reason why.
That's for your window, not your hood.
Don't
you know
knock the
like,
hustle. It's free. Come on.
I'm saying it's the same dirt.
Yeah.
You know?
It's gross, though.
It is, but like
Snob.
It's all gross.
I need you to just
You should wash your face with it, DeMarco.
Just wipe your window.
So you can afford car washes, and I can't.
Not washing
You're
your
knocking
car,
my
okay?
hustle, man.
wipe your window, not the hood of your car.
You don't want me to wash my car? Don't have it out
What's
there.
so different about the hood of the car from the windshield?
It's just not meant for that.
Wait, have you?
I think that's what it is.
I've used it for bird dung, like on the hood.
I mean, that's.
I mean, it's one spot. I get you.
But
again,
I get
it's
you.
for your
You're
window.
not
having
wrong,
fun.
but
Yeah.
it bothers me. It's
Okay,
like
so-
it's there
okay,
to
so-
wash your windshield.
Yeah.
So
What about
maybe
the
the
other
back.
windows in
This
your
is-
car?
yeah.
Can you do the
This
other
is
windows
why
in
we
your
can't
car?
have nice
It's
things.
for windows.
See? Right there.
So if you wipe bird poop with it, and then next I get it, I'm the next car coming up. I'm gonna spread all that poop.
I
on
feel
my
bad. I mean, I
Bird poop
wash
in my
it off
windshield.
as you know. I try just get it wet. Yeah.
Look, that thing, whatever that water is in that little bin has been there for a million years. It's disgustingly dirty.
Yeah.
So whatever bird poop you scrape off your windshield that goes in there, it's probably making that water cleaner.
But Jorge,
that stuff is disgusting.
there's bird poop on my windshield.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it can be
That's true.
anywhere.
Yeah.
It's all the
Could
same
be,
dirt.
but don't
it's all
clean
one
your hood.
song.
Just don't clean your hood with it.
I
Come
think
on.
you're being a little judgmental.
I'm going to do the undercarriage.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Why not?
do the
Like, let me do my
transmission.
rims.
Were you ever in favor of the robot umps?
I mean, still am.
Oh, you still are. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you think that? Well, I mean, we got cars running around with no drivers.
Well,
I
first
mean,
of all,
robot umps.
unlike the Waymo,
Yes.
okay, the Waymo that pinned Emily into her parking
Yeah.
spot last night. There's not a human being in there.
Yeah.
You're going to have robot umpires. You're still going to have human umpires out there as well.
Okay.
You're gonna have both. And
Do
by
you
the way,
worry-
the robot's only going to call balls and strikes.
That's
Everything
it.
else is still a robot can't call safer or out at the plate. A robot
Just
can't say
balls and strikes.
the ball clipped his uniform coming by. A foul tip that's caught by the catcher. Did it hit the ground or did they catch it
Yeah.
clean?
So there'll still be a guy out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But
Absolutely.
just a robot is calling balls and strikes.
Ball hit, catch or not catch. You have to call it in the moment.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't wait for it to be reviewed. So you're still going to nobody loses their jobs. It's just that the balls and strikes goes 10 times
Do you
faster
worry
and
about
better.
when the Rams are playing or football? I always worry about the officiating crew because the human error.
Yeah.
And how guys call certain games. So do you worry about the umps in this series?
What you mean,
Dodgers, Padres,
like swinging the series?
like which crew you get?
No,
You don't-
look. Okay,
does not factor in
I'm
at
gonna
all.
say
Okay.
something that's probably not particularly popular, but it's true. With a few exceptions, thankfully, one of them. What up, Angel Hernandez?
Oh yeah.
They're incredibly good at what they do.
Wait, real quick. I'm so glad you brought him up, and I've been dying to ask you: was he really that bad?
Yes.
And
Yes.
how did he have a job for
I don't-
so long?
I don't know.
When he's really that bad,
I don't know. Put it to you this way: when you are synonymous with being incompetent, you're pretty bad.
I love John Boy stuff.
Yeah.
and most of it was him.
So there's a great story that Will Clark. Remember Will Clark?
Of course,
Yeah.
Met Will Clark, talked to Will Clark.
There you go.
I would want to punch Will Clark.
So Will Clark,
Yes.
was telling a story. I forget who he was playing for, probably the Giants at the time. And Angel Hernandez rung him up on a strike 3. Okay, and Clark thought it was a ball, and he said, kind of chirped at him a little bit. No, but normal stuff.
Yeah.
Goes back to the dugout. Later that night, Will Clark is out having dinner, and they're at the same restaurant that Angel Hernandez happens to be out. So Will Clark buys Angel Hernandez and the group that he's with a round of drinks and says, enjoy your night. See you at the ballpark tomorrow.
That's very professional. Yes.
Angel Hernandez never rung him up for the rest of his career, according to Will Clark.
Never rung him up or threw him out?
No. Strike 3.
Oh, never strike 3. Really? For the rest of his career?
So that's the Clark story that I heard. And so, but the point is,
saying that Angel could be bought?
The point is that you can push him one way or the other.
Okay.
There's agendas that are exercised, and that's just an extreme example. But yes, he was that bad. The point that you were getting at about the Dodgers and the Padres.
Yeah. Do you worry about the crew?
No,
I really will not factor into this series at all. Because
really.
I'll tell you why.
I'll
tell you why. And this is so bad. And let me knock on wood. I don't want to put this in the universe, but I have to because we talked about it. If you are the Padres, and I heard Gonzo, Adrian Gonzalez talking about this, and when Hanley Ramirez got drilled and it changed everything, if you were the Padres, would you take a shot at Ohtani? Because if I'm on the other side, as a manager trying to do everything I can to win, and we said Ohtani is the guy, he is driving that ship, would I take a shot at him? I might. So I wonder what crew do you have that would keep this from going into a full-fledged Donnybrook?
I think those are two separate things. Yeah. The question is, do you take a shot at the guy because you got our guy? Probably.
Well, I mean, the retaliation, it depends on the crew. If they stop it and it's just one thing.
They can't stop it. You can kick me
if
out
you start throwing people out.
After I do it. You can't. You can't throw me out preemptively.
They're going to get you. They're going to let you respond to it. But if it's not
that's
going
what
to
I'm
go.
saying. The crew can't determine. Now they can determine how much it escalates.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you hit my guy, you can warn both guys.
Because if I'm the Padres, I'm going to hit Ohtani.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way that it'll go.
Okay,
but that's from another. That doesn't happen anymore. It really doesn't. Guys, we were talking with Oral last week. Guys really don't do that on purpose the way that they used to. Some guys get hit, but it's almost always because the pitcher loses control of the ball.
I know we're in the modern world, but it's still baseball. And if this is the catalyst.
I'm not following you.
If Ohtani is your catalyst and the guy that's hurting you the most, it's still baseball.
I don't think
he's going to wear one.
I don't. You know what? We'll look this up. I bet you he didn't get hit by 5 pitches all year long.
I bet because what would happen if he did?
Yeah, World War III. That's why I don't think it's going to happen very often.
And he's got the record now.
Plus, I'm going to break something out on you, DeMarco, coming up next. Break something out on you about the Dodgers, about the Padres. They start on Saturday, and you're going to like it, I think. And I think it's your fault. That's next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Over 20 years ago, the first batch of Tito's handmade vodka was distilled in the heart of Austin, Texas. Since then, its roots have stayed put, and its vodka continues to be made on the same land where Tito built his dream. A distillery called Mockingbird that houses a simple vodka with a spirit the size of Texas and as good as the day it was born. Learn more about the Tito's story at Tito'sVodka.com. That's Tito'sVodka.com, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The countdown to tip-off is on, and George Chevrolet wants to get you in the game with unbeatable offers on a new Chevy. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is playing to win with big discounts and season-high savings on new models like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the fuel-efficient Chevy Trax, and the all-electric Duo, the Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, and many more. Visit George Chevrolet in Bellflower off the 91 Freeway Lakewood exit or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
The Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour rolls on. Celebrating their first new music in 15 years. And all the hits. Friday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Tickets on sale now at fantasyspringsresort.com or 1-760-342-5000. Don't miss the Black Crowes Happiness Bastards Tour.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthefreefoundation.org or give them a call at 562-833-4361.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-ON. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Call me pretty little thing.
What you doing?
What is this? Beyonce.
Oh.
Right?
Yes, of course
Yeah,
it's
of course.
Beyonce. It's
Oh.
Levi's jeans.
Of course
with
it is.
Post
This is it?
Malone. Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
This is what she was advertising?
Yes.
Oh, let me hold on. Let that play there. Hold
Do
on.
my 501s look the same?
No. No. Same material. Same material. Yeah. She's got the humps.
She's Beyonce and I'm Travis.
That's right.
We're
Yes.
different. We're
I can't tell the difference.
We're
I don't think
different
you're
people.
going to sell 1 million records. Yeah, it's not going to
No,
happen.
probably not.
Yes.
Probably not.
I couldn't stop looking when you got a.
Yeah, they look good on me, right? I'm going to get on a horse
song
and get
is this?
some boots.
Levi's jeans with Beyonce featuring Post Malone off of Cowboy Carter, which came
The
out this
song
March.
is called Levi's Jeans?
Yes.
Oh, now they're not even hiding it anymore.
Hide
Product
what?
placement. I
Yeah,
mean, it used to be
well.
like, now they're just saying it. Wow. Love it.
It would be weird if it was called Levi's jeans and she wore Wranglers.
Something else,
That would
right.
be, that would be a Lee jeans. Do those still exist?
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
the song came out first.
Okay.
Levi's jeans ad campaign came out after, but I'm sure she gave them
Yeah,
a
I
heads up.
bet they talked before they
I'm
put
sure
that
they did.
together. Hey, listen, I got this idea. I'm one of the most famous pop stars in the world. Thinking about calling my song the name of your product. Interested?
Want to make
She's
a
not
deal?
calling it Wrangler jeans.
Right.
Oh, wow.
It probably comes together. You ready for this, DeMarco? I think you're going to like this. And like
Okay,
I said,
you
I
said
think-
it was my fault. I'm going to like this, and it's my fault.
Yep.
Never heard that before
Yep.
in the same sentence.
Yep.
I'm going to like it, and it's your fault. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yes.
You guys ready in there? I'm going to be positive going into this Dodger series.
No way.
I'm going to look at all of the things that are on our side, all of the things that will work out for the Dodgers, all of the things that might not work out for the Padres, all of the good things that can happen going into this. I'm going to look at all of the good stuff instead of focusing on the things that might not work.
Oh, I like this. Yes.
That is a page out of your playbook.
I do like this. That's
Yeah.
my fault. I
Yeah.
helped you do this. How did I help you do that?
Because I'm trying to get to a place where, first of all, I want them to win.
Yes.
And see, I'm already starting to do it. No,
I want them to win. No, you're good. You're fine.
Yeah.
You
but I was about to say,
yes.
But I want them to win, but there's some stuff that could happen. I'm not going to focus on the stuff that could happen.
Padres got their issues too. They just lost a starter, didn't they?
Probably. Not officially, but very, very likely. They're going to examine him today, but whenever you leave in the middle of a game that you're pitching really well and you have an elbow issue, and by the way, he missed 2 chunks of the season. Joe Musgrove we're talking about.
Yes.
2 chunks this season, one of them for like 2.5 months because his elbow was bothering him.
Yes.
Last night he left the game because his elbow was bothering him. So that is very likely not good news for the Padres.
Pitching well. And then
pitching
out,
really well.
Which means usually what in baseball? Something popped or something happened to you.
He said, I saw a quote where he said he couldn't get full extension on his pitches. And the quote was, it's hard to explain if you haven't pitched, but I can't. And I know exactly what he's talking about. When you're feeling good and you reach back and you go, it feels like people are pulling on both of your hands as hard. You get like this full and everything's super extended and stretched out. And when you're not feeling good, you're kind of holding on just a little bit so you don't get that full extension and it goes, and kind of get that little jolt that feels terrible.
Right before something happens.
Right.
Yes.
So he's protecting himself from the thing, but you can't pitch like that.
Either way, good for us. I never want to wish injury on anyone, but good for us. Yes.
And I keep, this is the thing that I keep coming back to, right? That the Dodgers have to get on the right side of random. And this is why I landed on the positivity of this. Watching yesterday, the Detroit Tigers are not a great team. Okay, they got hot at the right time and went into the playoffs, and they beat a team that had gone to the ALCS or better 7 years in a row.
Yeah.
Beat them. Done. See it. 2 games, you're out. Tigers into the next round. Royals kind of in a similar situation. Baltimore's team flirting with the division title all year long, flirting with 100 wins, loaded with great young talent. Bang, gone. 2 games. By the way, 1-0 and 2-1. Brutal. Like just an awful way to lose a series. Baseball is random. Why can't the randomness land on the Dodgers side? The randomness of it has landed on the other side a lot.
Like last year's playoffs?
And the year before that. And a couple of years before that.
That's the due theory. Yeah, the Dodgers are due for some good luck.
That if it really is as random as all, hey, look, it's kind of it's a weighted coin flip. It's 55-45. Well, we keep getting the 45s. Maybe this is the year that it's the 55. Maybe the Ohtani thing is different. Maybe Walker Buehler shows up and has a lights-out performance. Maybe all of the decisions...
I think it's all connected to that guy.
That the front office makes in these pitching decisions, and yes, they make them, they make the right one. You know what? This guy in this inning, maybe for the first time in a while, the randomness of it all benefits them because they're disadvantaged in the pitching department. They have, what's the number here? 648 bullpen innings this year, most in baseball. That's a ton. That's a ton. Okay, so what? Let's go in there. Those guys have pitched great. Let's see what it is.
Best record in baseball.
Maybe Jack Flaherty does give you 6 innings and 1 run. Maybe Landon Knack, who's...
Somebody's going to have to go long.
Somebody's going to have to go long, and maybe it's somebody you don't expect. Maybe it's Buehler. Maybe it's Knack. Maybe it's one of these middle guys that just keeps rolling.
The guy, Yamamoto. That's the guy I think with the stuff to go long. Yes, that's the guy I'm hoping for. I really am. Just... Because of you, I blame that on you.
I'm positive,
yes.
So I'm going to say
he's not stretched
here's why Yamamoto is less likely, but less likely. They just gave him $300 million. He just missed 2 months. I don't think they mashed the gas on this guy because unlike Ohtani, who I think you could mash the gas with,
again?
His elbow, shoulder. I'm sorry, shoulder. So Ohtani, if Ohtani for whatever reason was unable to pitch. Okay, you got the best offensive player in the league.
We heard the word from the guy.
Yeah, that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is, in the event that he did and it went poorly, you still have the best offensive player in baseball.
Right.
If you push the gas with Yamamoto and it goes poorly, it's $300 million up in smoke.
You ruined a pitcher.
And there is no, Yamamoto's not going to hit 55 home runs.
I get you. Okay.
So there's a little bit of an off-ramp for Ohtani. That's why I think the Yamamoto giving you a little bit more is unlikely.
I'm hoping. I just love his stuff. But the thing you said about Ohtani, and I think that is the most salient point right there. If you've ever been teammates or locker mates or whatever with a phenom, a guy that's just taking off, and he set records. He's one of one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to be the guy in his orbit that screws it up.
What do you mean?
If he's banging, he's balling 50-50, and he's doing it in the postseason. I wouldn't want to be Mookie going 2 for 28.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I wouldn't want to be the guy that screws that up because 20 years, 30 years from now, when we're all cosmic dust, they'll be talking about Ohtani. And then they'll say, hey, how come he didn't win the World Series? And then guess who they bring up? You, because you went 2 for 28.
It's very negative. I don't like that.
No, not just you. I mean, teammate that didn't perform. So he's driving the bus. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I think is the difference between this year and last year.
I think Ohtani's superpower, other than he hits home runs and steals bases, and he's just an awesome baseball player, is he's the pressure valve on the pucker factor.
Yes.
He's the guy that lets everyone else take a deep breath and relax.
Absolutely.
Because if he let's say,
and that is exactly why I would hit him.
He smokes one into the gap, first at bat, gets a double or triple, right? But
yes.
Maybe it's a home run. Everybody else goes, all right, here we go. Whereas if he grounds out, the next guy could be, okay, grab that bat a little tighter. Now, somebody other than Ohtani is going to have to get a big hit, but I do think that Ohtani can just lower the temperature with his greatness.
There is a part of me that knows human nature, especially with athletes, that Mookie Betts hopes Shohei strikes out so that I can come up and be the hero that I was paid to be.
Did he not hope that last year?
Before this guy got here. Okay, so you keep bringing up one playoff.
And the year before that?
I'm just saying.
I'm not bringing up just one because the year before that, he was terrific.
You had your opportunities.
He was terrific, but they had a pucker factor pressure valve named Corey Seager.
Yes.
Who came in and knocked down wall. Every time Seager came up, he had a double or a home run. It just was like, okay, here comes it. Yep, there's a double. Up, there's a home run. And everyone else, okay, bang, Mookie, bang. They rolled. They rolled. They haven't had the pressure valve pucker factor releaser, whatever that is.
I like where you're going.
Until Ohtani.
Now,
his presence can, I think, just make. I think Teoscar Hernandez is another guy.
You're
that could
proving
be
my point about
a positive guy.
You're proving my point. If I was a Padre, on why I would hit him.
I understand what you're saying, but that
the Dusty Baker in me.
That's like Tanya Harding stuff.
Well, if he's the catalyst, I'm just saying. And I'd give you an opportunity, and if you made me pay, then I'd make you pay, and then I'd make this whole thing ugly.
I just don't see it. Like no. It's just if this were 1997, you put one under his chin and see what happens.
Gassed up baseball.
Yeah, they hit him 6 times. I think Emily said they're not.
Ohtani's been hit 6 times.
Yeah, throughout the season, he's been hit by pitch 6 times within 162 games, but also they've all been fluky.
What happened in no retaliation, right?
But that's what I mean. They're not hitting him like in the back with a 9. Oh. They're curveballs that hit his feet. There are balls that nipped his elbow coming through. That just a little graze. They're not.
He's not getting nailed.
They're not hitting him between the 1 and the 7 in his back.
I'm hoping they.
I
don't want to hope that.
No,
that's
bad. Very negative.
That's
Stay positive.
That's the Vince McMahon in me.
Come over to the sunny side of the street with me. I got a lot of positive things to get into. And here's another one. I'm going to give you more positivity.
Go ahead.
That's a little bit scary. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. What's also scary is if you get involved in an accident, if you get hurt, if you have an injury, and the insurance company is going to come to you and they're going to say, we'll take care of that. Don't take their word for it. Call the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000, because Joe is going to make sure that the insurance company doesn't take advantage of you.
No doubt. Personal experience. Listen to us and let us tell you about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team. Great folks, except that some of them are Niner fans. But we're working on that. They treat you like family. They treat me like family, like Travis like family. Joe and his team will help you get the medical attention and the maximum compensation you deserve.
Yeah, if you've been hurt and you just want a second opinion, you want somebody to take a look at your case, call Joe. He's going to give you great advice. He's going to make sure you get what you deserve, not what the insurance company's offers. You can go online, normandlegal.com, Nourmand, normandlegal.com. And, of course, you can call it 213-747-2000.
A lot of choices out there, but families always comes first. So 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com.
Sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle. Unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free. at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
All right, everybody. Sedano and Cap here. And George, let's talk to everybody about Prize Picks, where you and me are freaking geniuses, and that's why we're killing it.
We are crushing it, Cappy. And by the way, you can too. You can win as much as up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks.
But let me tell you something right now. When you download the Prize Picks app and you use our code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, you make your first play at $5, they hit you with an instant $50 bonus. It doesn't matter if you win the play or you lose the play. A $5 play turns into a $50 bonus.
Oh, my God. It's amazing. They're giving you free money, for God's sake. And by the way, it's the best way to get action in sports in over 30 states, including, obviously, this one here in California.
So, George, I want everybody to download the Prize Picks app and use our code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, and let's win.
Yeah, absolutely. And Prize Picks puts its members first. So all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Man, when your picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. And you know where you can do it? Only on Prize Picks.
Get more of the NFL with NFL Plus Premium and start streaming more touchdowns, more hurdles, more action.
Breaks a tackle, he's gone!
NFL Plus Premium has your game day covered with NFL Red Zone, game replays, live local and primetime games on mobile, and more. The action doesn't stop there. Also, stream NFL Network 24/7, including 7 exclusive live games this season. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com. Subscription required for NFL Plus Premium. Terms and conditions apply.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or 2 half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
When the East is in the house. Oh, my God.
Would it be appropriate if in our accountability text thread, if I send a picture of me laying on the couch? Because I think I might do that later today.
That would not be appropropriate. That is the unless it's a recovery day. Because I may send you a picture from one of those like cryo things.
Have you done that?
Oh yeah, does
it help?
So it's cold, but it's so good for you.
I know Momo's done that a few times.
Yeah, there's a few things. There's going to be some sort of I think it's an orthopedic physical therapy. So I may send. It's like an hour massage thing.
Okay.
I might send pictures of that. But
what's
on the couch.
What's the cryo thing like?
It's cold. You walk in and they put you in this little chamber and it just starts getting colder.
How long do you sit there for?
11 minutes. That's all I could take.
Are you like
Super
just
cold.
in your shorts?
Do you like the plunge?
I don't. I don't like that.
Highly recommend it. It sucks.
I know it works, but
works.
it feels like you're getting stabbed by a million needles.
But you want to recover. Man, this is awesome.
I'd rather complain.
The cryo stuff is just like fog, right? Like cold fog?
Super cold.
Yeah.
And it's,
cool.
But you
Are
recover.
you naked?
You have shorts on.
Yeah, okay.
You recover so fast, though. Like all this stuff, like the lazy day you had.
Yeah.
All goes away. Like you mentally recharge, too.
Really?
Yeah. Because your body feels great. Everything's functioning. So, yes, that you on the couch in your boxers covered in Doritos. Holding a Mountain Dew.
Hold on a second.
That's bad.
You're painting an inaccurate bad picture. It was a bad picture, but I was not drinking Mountain Dew or eating Doritos. I did not.
Popcorn in your belly button.
I didn't move, but I didn't eat bad. I ate. You know what I ate?
What?
I had Topo Chicos, just the regular sparkling water,
so good, yes.
and almonds.
Okay, there you go.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, you can overeat those too.
Now, I wanted to eat cookies, but we don't even have that stuff in the
You
house.
fought it off. Good for you.
You can still recover eating Doritos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only
Doritos are good.
recovery shots in the
Hey,
accountability.
with Tapatio, bro.
Yes,
You gotta
there you
go.
go.
Has he
Oh, have you
showed you his
seen-
little hack
bro.
for Doritos?
Or
No.
popcorn.
Or popcorn?
Yeah.
You put the Tapatio in the bag?
Or Valentina and,
shake
you
it
shake
up.
it up.
Yeah. That's old school,
man.
baby.
I didn't know that.
That's
That
old
opened me up. I'd seen pouring a scoop of chili into the bag and going with that, like a little Frito pie on the go.
7-Eleven. We'd
Yeah.
go get the chili cheese
Oh, dude,
Fritos,
yes.
and then go put some cheese and chili from the nacho
In the bag.
In the bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and get a Slurpee.
Yeah.
And then ride the bus home.
So
You want to talk about a great day?
for who? Not for the other guys on the bus, I bet.
You got to time it up.
The hot dog at 7-Eleven, right? You get the little, and same
Yeah.
thing. You turn the little pouch that the dog sits in.
Yeah.
And you pump the cheese and the chili into it. So, because if you just put it on top, you can only get so
You
much.
float the dog.
You kind of float it, and then you
yeah.
eat it with a knife and fork. Not that
Where
I've
were
ever
you?
done that.
The mouth
Where were
waters
you
and
when I
everything.
didn't have a driver's license? Oh
you're
my
right.
God, that's awesome.
And
Yes.
here's the last one on this. Have you ever eaten a 7-Eleven hot dog before midnight?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
I've never had the pleasure.
Yes, and the burritos too.
These were strictly like 1:30 a.m.
Oh,
decisions.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
on the way to practice. Oh, no doubt.
You would practice on 7-Eleven hot dogs?
High school practice, yes. When I had like JV taking the bus, there was a 7-Eleven right there. Oh my God, great practice. Good for get off. Hell yeah.
Well, you're jet propelled.
Absolutely.
Right?
Said, Hike, let's go.
That's how that works. Jackson Merrill for the Padres last night made what might have been a game-saving catch.
Yeah.
Right? The catch in center field. Now, he kind of misplayed it a little bit to put him in a position to have to make a great catch, but he did make a terrific. He's a shortstop. He's never played the outfield until this season in the major leagues.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, go play shortstop. Just imagine you get drafted, you're working your way through it, you get to the NFL, and they say, hey, listen, I know you've played interior defensive line your whole career, but you know what we'd like you to do? We need you to play safety this season.
That's way out.
We got a lot of guys that play your position, and we think that you're a good enough athlete to go back there and do it.
I'm one of those guys, right? I'm surprised. I told you I am still shocked, and I believe you, but I don't believe you, that major league hitters don't practice bunting.
They don't.
I'm not going to hear it. I don't want to hear it. They practice bunting.
Well, you're wrong,
If
but
you
okay.
swing a bat for a living, you should practice bunting. Okay, anyway, if you're in the majors and you have a glove, you should be able to play just about anywhere.
No, stop.
On a moment's
That's wrong.
notice.
That's just wrong.
Moment's
no,
notice.
I'm not going to. No.
On a moment's notice.
Your bunting thing is just misinformed, but it's not crazy. The idea that you could take, I don't know, Will Smith and put him in center
I'm just
field,
saying,
that's not happening.
Within reason.
Yeah.
If you're a glove guy, you can play
Shohei
second
could
and
probably
short.
go just about anywhere. Mookie could go just about anywhere.
You read my mind. So
Yeah.
somebody said that why don't they put Shohei on first if Freddie Freeman is hurt? And I'm like, okay, I know you think the guy can do everything, but he can't do everything.
He might be able to.
To put him on first,
He'd survive.
like now for a series,
Yeah.
you think he would be
He'd survive.
okay?
He wouldn't be a Gold Glover, but he'd
Yeah,
survive.
He'd survive out there.
Yeah. He'd
Okay.
survive. He'd survive. He'd be
Okay, so first base,
Yeah.
I'll give you. You can't put Shohei at the
Put it-
man at shortstop.
No.
Okay, within reason.
Yeah.
So if you have a guy like that's a glove man that's never played the outfield, I assume you can do it if you can run.
You can do it if you
Yeah.
can run, but
Yeah.
but baseball, it's not just okay. I'm fast. I can get from here to there in 4.2 seconds. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's angles. It's reads.
Track
it's
into
all
baseball.
of these things
Yeah.
that I know the angles. This is what Mookie's one of the great athletes to ever play Major League Baseball.
Great example.
Watching him play shortstop, you could tell he was unsure of where to be.
Yeah.
He could get by and he could survive, but it wasn't. You watch Miguel Rojas. Mookie Betts is 50 times the baseball player that Miguel Rojas is.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel Rojas has played shortstop his whole life. He knows where to be. He knows the angles. He
Yeah.
knows Mookie's learning them, but because he's such a good athlete, and that's what's going on with Merrill
Yeah.
for the Padres. Like that ball that's hit right at you is kind of a tricky one because you can't tell if it's hit hard or not. You're not sure. Come in, go out, stay where I am. And he took a half a step in. He realized it was smoked. And he turns around. He gets it anyway.
Yeah.
You look at, he's in center, Tatis is in right, they're infielders. And this is, again, me being super positive, me thinking that the pendulum's going to swing back the other way. Those guys are out of position. They've gotten through it, they've gotten by, but one play in a playoff series, one guy that takes a bad angle on a ball, that turns a single into a double, that doesn't hit a cutoff man, all of these little things. The Padres are really good, and they're deep, and they don't strike out a lot, all the things that you want for play, but they got some guys out of position. They got some guys that are playing in spots that, can they survive? Yes. Are they going to do it exactly right? Maybe not. And I'm just all of these little things that you look at for the Dodgers that maybe turn their way.
I wish you could control that like in other sports. Like, I wish you can really control where you hit it.
Yeah.
Like, I wish you could hit it towards Tatis in a spot where he can't get it. Like football. Like, if you've got problems there.
Yeah, that guy's having a bad day. I'm going to just attack him over and over again.
I wish you could do that. But like you said, the randomness of it all, it's got to fall the Dodgers' way. So I didn't know that. I did not know. I guess my opinion of baseball players is dropping a little bit. You guys can't play other spots?
It's extreme specialization for most of them.
Okay. They did ask me to play defensive end, and I'm not a defensive end.
That's what I mean. But again, that's like
I did it, though.
That's going from shortstop to second base. They're kind of similar. What they're asking this kid to do.
They asked me to line up in the backfield, too, so I'm a fullback.
That's a little different.
I can do that.
You got a little Bettis going on in there?
A little hammer in there, a little mini fridge. Yeah.
But this would be them asking you to play in the secondary. It's just like that. That's, I mean.
I told you my secondary story. Yeah. Dan Marino looked at me. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Look at are you really?
There's a guy, there's a number 75 in coverage.
Backwards?
Seriously? All right. Touchdown.
My God. Okay.
Touchdown.
Shocking.
Little Far Side coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
We are joined right now by Anthony Davis. Anthony, it's an unwritten rule in all of sports. You can't beat Father Time, except Bron is. Have you noticed any drop-off in his game?
No. Every player, as you get older, you just start shooting the basketball a little bit more.
Right.
They're kind of that old man. They say that little old man game. But I mean, last year he shot over 40% from three. So it actually helps us. So I don't think there's no drop off. I think he just kind of transitions to the old man game where he is more efficient as far as his energy and making sure he's not wasting any energy. Everything is a lot more efficient. With the jumper and getting fouled into the line, even though he don't get to the line as much. But there's no drop off in his game.
Steve Mason and John Ireland today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And when DeMarco serves up a best of, it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on The Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
You've seen him on the roast of Tom Brady, and you've heard him host the #1 podcast in the world, Kill Tony. Now see Tony Hinchcliffe perform stand-up comedy live at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, Saturday, November 16th. The man behind millions of views worldwide and countless sold-out shows brings his stand-up set to you. Critics call him a must-see. Don't miss this stand-up comedian, writer, podcast host, and professional wordsmith, Tony Hinchcliffe. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
Progressive presents 10 things on a contractor's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Bidding a new client, giving an accurate estimate, finding affordable materials, getting a client to pay you for work you already did, getting a client to pay you, period, securing permits and workers and tools, getting those workers and tools to work together, and finding the perfect pair of overalls. Pockets, baby. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards going to see your favorite team in the playoffs.
Progressive cannot guarantee that you can go see your favorite team in the playoffs. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but we cannot guarantee that your favorite team will make the playoffs or even finish with a winning record. They could easily lose more than half their games and finish in the cellar because they stink badly and haven't made the playoffs in years. Savings? Very possible. Playoffs? Highly doubtful. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. We cannot be held liable for your favorite team's terrible and frankly embarrassing performances now or ever.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. For instance, TCU walked into the locker room at halftime in the 2016 Alamo Bowl, down 31-0. The Horned Frogs stormed into the second half and erased a 31-point deficit to force overtime, and eventually won it in the third overtime, 47-41.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Grocery store. Just can't be naked in a grocery store. I would love it.
Was that something that you didn't know?
Just the naked part, and then I was thinking about grocery stores because I went and saw Mason in Ireland.
Oh, yeah. How'd it go?
Fun. It was great. Bergman was out there. Pepe was out there. A lot of people.
I saw Greg bought some grocery store sushi on his way out the door.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I met the sushi
chef.
Chef. Nice guy.
Yeah.
If you ask them, they
Japanese
will
guy?
Of course.
They will don't say of course. A lot of your sushi chefs in LA are Latino.
You can't say that fast enough, right?
I know.
Sushi.
It's not easy to say. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At the grocery stores?
It's a lot. Sushi bars, grocery stores.
Well,
a lot
this guy
of
was
people.
Japanese
Good.
and my guy was Japanese.
Okay.
So we talked. So good guy.
Yeah.
Yes, we talked about sushi. He'll make it right in front of you. But just fun. That was a great big store. I like great big grocery stores.
Oh, yeah.
Well placed. We were talking about stuff you can find, right?
Universal layout for every grocery store is number one priority.
I think this one might be in your universal layout. Yes, it was.
Beer on the side or in the middle?
Say again?
So the beer is typically in one of two places. It's in the dead center of the store in the refrigerator.
This was dead center.
Yeah, or usually it's on one of the two walls on either side.
Got talked into buying some Coppola Chardonnay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was way too good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was supposed to cook with it.
Oh.
I was supposed to cook with it.
Well, that's the rule, you know.
What?
They don't cook with anything you wouldn't drink.
I didn't know that rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it sounds like it passed.
A couple of glasses later, and it's gone. So anyway, on the way out, so I was checking out, and I did the self-check, right? A lot of lines. I didn't feel like waiting. I wanted to get out there and see the guys anyway. So I'm doing self-check, no big deal. And I was at one of the end self-checks, and it was right by where the person stands.
Okay.
So it's a worker there, and a guy walks in, and they start talking, and I'm not really paying attention until the guy says to her, and I love this, "I can see your joy oozing out of your darkness."
What?
Right. Tell me that doesn't
A stranger said that to an employee.
They knew each other.
Okay.
But I heard that he said that to her. And
Say
I'm like,
that again?
Say it. That's what I said.
Yeah.
What did you say? Say that again. And he said, "I can see your joy oozing out of your darkness." Okay, so she is a heavy metal babe.
Okay.
Yeah, she is full-on rock star. She is committed to the thing. So we talked about some bands. That's how Korn was going by.
Okay.
One of her favorite bands was Korn. So we're talking about songs and all that type of stuff. But I said I had to, what the heck did he mean by that? And, well, I like dark stuff. I like heavy metal music, but I'm really a nice person. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Sure. It makes sense. But the I could see the joy oozing out of your darkness reminded me of some person. So somebody that works with us every day, who do you think that would fit the most? I see the joy oozing out of your darkness.
Morales.
Bingo! First guy I thought about.
Yeah.
First guy I thought about because I could see the happiness in your darkness, right?
Sure.
I see what you're doing. It drives us nuts, But I see what you're doing.
That's a rather poetic sentence. Like when you think about it, it's weird as hell, but it's pretty poetic.
I thought it was a lyric
in a song,
lyric
yeah.
or a poem or something. Nope, it's just something he thought of on the spot when he saw her. And I'm like, wow, that reminds me of somebody I know. So
that's great.
Anyway, yes, never judge a book by its cover. Because that girl that was helping me was so nice. But she looked like a member of the Addams family. She did, on purpose.
Morticia Gomez.
She is the girl.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. My daughter's obsessed with that show Wednesday. Do you like that show? What's the girl's name?
Wednesday.
No,
the actor.
Jenna Ortega.
Yes. So my daughter keeps, and this is all her friends. They're 9 and 10-year-old. She doesn't blink.
Yeah.
Have you heard this before?
In the entire show, she doesn't blink.
So, and it's true. So I'm kind of watching it, then I watch it with her, now I'm into it.
Then you start to look for it.
I'm just waiting for her to blink, and she never does. There was a scene this morning when I left, because my daughter got up early, where they shined a flashlight into her eyes, and she stared right into it without blinking. And I'm like, that's not normal.
No, that's like against natural human instinct. Somebody shines something bright in your eyes, you close them.
There is some things called visual
effects, guys.
Must be. But I'm like, but she still doesn't blink at all.
Sure.
And she doesn't smile. Not
that's Wednesday.
once.
Wednesday's kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
She's not a bright light in a flowery
These
field.
are characteristics of the character.
Okay, so I'm watching this and it's amazing. She's amazing, but
Have you seen? Do you like the hot ones?
Yes.
Watch the episode with her. She goes through it without flinching. She goes through all the hot sauces. She's like, okay,
she's
cool.
Latina,
bro.
Yeah, but
what's that got to do with it?
Some
Not
of that
blinking
stuff.
or not?
No, that she's
Hot
tough.
She's tough.
She's Wednesday.
Okay, so just real quick, not to have it take a dark turn. That documentary about The Sopranos and about what James Gandolfini went through trying to be in that character.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine being like that every day?
Like
not
Gandolfini,
blinking, not smiling.
Well, if she really is doing the role without blinking, that's bananas. But if it's just they erase them with the magic of editing, then that's a different thing.
Just say the filming length and time commitment to Wednesday is much less than the commitment to Sopranos. Sopranos was every year, same time, much longer shoots, much longer time periods. Jenna Ortega doing Wednesday, though, it's great portrayal is not to get the same amount of time as Tony Soprano.
Crazy. Well, if just remember this, I can see your joy oozing out of your darkness. Try that with your wife when she's mad at you. See what happens.
No, that's just one of those. Sure. What else? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
I thought that was awesome.
You know me to do that right now? Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Jorge, try that one.
Yeah,
I will.
Do you eat those super hot wings?
I used to. And what's the ghost pepper?
Carolina Reapers?
Yeah. That really hot one. Yeah, so I did those challenges once. Yeah.
And?
It did not go well.
No.
There was a dish at the House of Blues, and they put one of those peppers on top, and they would tell you,
don't
eat it. Well, if you put it on my plate, I'm going to try it. Yeah, 3 a.m, we're in the hospital.
Hospital?
Super hot. Yeah, it was bad. Really bad. Are you a hot guy? Can you do that?
I can go to medium and then one road or one off ramp past that.
Yeah.
But if you get into that nuclear stuff, I got no time for
why would you do that? Are you, Jorge?
Nah, with Travis. We actually remember when we had the sandwiches?
Dave's Hot Chicken came in here and brought us the hottest one they have. And it was
really
hot.
it was Howlin' Ray's.
Howlin' Ray's. You're right.
Howlin'
It was
Ray's.
Howlin' Ray's. I apologize. Howlin' Ray's. Em's right. And I ate it very hot. Burn your mouth, make your eyes water, make your nose run. Hot.
Yes.
Okay, but not, I think I'm going to die hot, just really spicy hot. End the show, whatever. Go home, getting ready. I have to go pick up my kids from school. Right before I'm getting ready to go, I have my entire body core temperature spikes. Like whatever, 98.6, is that normal, right? I was like at 198.6. I felt like I was burning to death from the inside out.
Yes.
I'm lying on the bathroom floor, covered in sweat, naked. Like I'm just trying to survive the moment.
Yes.
I offload whatever was there.
Uh-huh.
And it's like somebody threw a switch. I felt fine again.
It was just running through you.
It was,
yeah.
but it took like 5 or 6 hours to get to the
Same.
point where it was going to kill me. You ended up in the hospital?
Same. I felt like an episode of Aliens. Like this thing is coming
from the
through my
inside.
chest. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a chest burster.
What did they do for you in the
this.
hospital?
It just gave me the milk of magnesia, whatever, and just monitored my heart rate.
Oh, your heart started to go bonkers.
Like it's bad, and your temperature's
Were you a
up.
player or no?
No, this is after.
Okay.
This is the first year in Los Angeles as a TV star.
Oh, this was best damn time?
Hanging out with that dang John Sally again. See?
Spider got you going.
Oh, my God. The worst of me came out with him.
I can see that. I can see that. All right. Rams and Packers this weekend. And you know what they should do?
What?
I'll tell you next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here to elevate your protection game. Using the same simple password across all your accounts, that's risky. While updating your passwords to be more unique is a good start, true peace of mind comes with LifeLock. LifeLock doesn't just alert you to suspicious activity, but monitors for more uses of your personal info and will fix identity theft issues that arise, guaranteed, or your money back. Secure your identity today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Not Beyonce.
X.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Roll them
Is
trees
this
up.
X going to give it to you, Em?
No, this is not X going to. No, this is Exhibit.
Okay.
Yes.
Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My
Pimp My
Ride.
Ride?
I remember the show.
Yeah, that's
Him.
the Exhibit. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was he in that show?
Yes, he was
He is
the
the
host of
Oh.
the show.
Okay.
He pimps the ride.
Well, he takes the car to get pimped. Yeah, I got
But
it.
like he's the titular person in charge of the pimping of the ride.
Oh,
Is that he takes some. No, never mind.
So I used to
Bad
work next to
DeMarco,
that.
Stop.
I used to work next to that West Coast Customs building.
Yeah, did you
Dude,
really?
Yeah. So I walk in there one time. I'm curious. So they have you can walk in. There's like a dealership in there, dude. I walk in. There's an Audi A8.
Yeah.
Chromed out. Everything
Wow.
chrome. I was like, dude, this is incredible. So then you talk to the guys, some of the guys that are in there, and they show you just different cars. It's like walking into like any regular
It's like
car
a
dealership.
jewelry store
It's
almost.
We
dope in
passed
there.
that phase, though,
cool.
right? The
Yeah.
aftermarket car phase.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one here in town that I think it was 310 Motorsports or something like
Yeah.
that. If you saw one of those cars rolling down the street, it looked like you knew that hundreds of thousands of dollars had been spent on that car after hundreds of $1,000s had been spent on that car.
Man, I give you my car and you give it back to me and there's an aquarium in the back. I'm
Yeah,
like, what am I going to do with
or
this?
Louis Vuitton upholstery.
Yeah, come
like
on, man.
it's like okay,
Really?
Like well, how am I supposed to eat McDonald's in this thing now?
Thank you. Yeah, I heard the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that whole show was phony.
Pimp My Ride?
Reality TV show was phony?
Yeah.
What?
They said the whole show was phony. Yeah, I know. And Exhibit never got paid for a lot of it.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
It was a mess. Yes.
I just assume that everyone's lying all the time about everything. Is that a healthy way to live?
It might be the smartest way to live.
But especially early 2000s, VH1, MTV was Wild Wild West. Like, they just did a bunch of
It's still
stuff.
that. I'm not saying MTV, but if it's a reality show, I just assume it's all bull.
But they all get paid a lot more.
Yeah.
I understand. No, I understand that everybody's
Everything
getting
is
in
scripted.
on it.
Yeah.
But this, like the Bachelor or any of these things, like
The Housewives.
they're picking the people that are best for TV. There's not like, oh, I'm falling in love with Jenny. No, you're not. That Jenny's the one that resonated the best with the test group, so Jenny goes through.
Well,
right
At the beginning.
All
so,
of it.
No.
Why?
The person at the end, they pick whomever they think is the best. Like, the producers influence a lot of the people that make it into like top 6. After the top 6, it is the Bachelor or Bachelorette's decision, but they may think, oh, this person's the hottest person. I'm going to keep the hottest person till the end.
She gets better
Not
ratings.
the person I want to
She's
spend the rest of my life
staying.
with.
Yeah, boy.
She gets better ratings.
The
She's
executive producer decision. Trust
Oh,
me.
no doubt. The only real
But
reality
they don't
show.
know the ratings until it's not
Do you know
live.
the only really real reality show?
The NFL.
No.
What?
Survivor.
Cops. That's real.
Yeah. Cops. So I already knew what the
Cheaters.
crime.
Not
like,
Steven Seagal cops.
No.
The other one.
The
Yeah.
second they rolled up, I'm like, depending on where they stopped and who they were stopping, I'm like, oh, this is a domestic violence stop. Oh, this is a drug stop. Oh, this guy's a drunken public stop. Like, you knew what it was before the cop even got out of the
That's
car.
a reality.
Well, that
yes.
show Cheaters, the host got stabbed in the middle of one of those. Yes.
That guy's
'Cause
got
that
guts,
Fake stabbing?
No, he got stabbed.
He really got stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Everybody's lying all the time about everything.
When you're lazy on the couch, go to YouTube, find the Cheater Show.
My attention span, unless it's a game, is literally 0.
Really?
I figured, because Em tells me about these shows, and I'll start to watch one, and I will like it. Like a perfect example. Have you ever watched Veep?
Yes.
Okay.
What's her name?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Sentinel.
She's wonderful.
And it might be the funniest show ever made, I think.
It may be.
Yeah.
It's funny. I really like her. Like, it's well done. It's well acted.
You just tune out?
I watched an episode. I'm like, that's great. Watched the second episode a couple days later. That's great. Turned it on a third time. I'm like, yeah, I can't. I just
Done?
I'm,
oh, wow.
I can't do it.
You're on to the next.
And you know what it is? The stupid phone. There's.
What are you checking on the phone?
I'm playing a game. I'm scrolling through reels. I'm texting my friends. It's just nonsense.
Stuff.
Reading the news. Nonsense.
Can I ask you a question? Can I put you on the spot real quick?
Sure.
You can only have one mania. Fernando mania?
Yeah.
Or Ohtani mania? You can only have one in your life.
That's an easy one for me.
Which one?
Fernando.
Fernando mania?
Yeah. I love Shohei, and Shohei has been so much fun to watch, and I'm so excited for what might come this weekend and
But if you
beyond.
were 12 now?
That's the difference.
Okay.
That's the difference. When
Yeah.
Fernando Mania started, I was 10 years old.
Yeah. And he was
It's
everything.
over.
Yeah.
It's over. Like, what's most important to you at that age is the thing that's going to resonate the most with you for the rest of your life. Like, you can fall in love at 50, like I am, you know, but it's not the same as falling in love with when you're 10.
This is true. That's your child. That's nostalgia. That's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. And you, quite frankly, if you went through it again, it would probably be because you just remember all the wonderful things about it. You just remember how it made you feel going to buy a pack of baseball cards. Again, part of the Fernando experience for me specifically, too, was not only being in Los Angeles, but you didn't see him very often. You would listen to it. You would read about it. The game.
You didn't see him?
You would see him on the news, but games weren't on TV, DeMarco.
You didn't see him play.
They'd go on a road trip.
Yeah,
so when they'd go, Chicago, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, or whatever, you maybe he'd pitch a game or two, so you'd see him. But Dodger home games weren't on TV.
I felt like I saw him all the time in the Bay Area.
You might have seen him occasionally when they were playing at Dodger Stadium when the Giants would come down here to play. So you only showed road games on TV at that point. It was this ridiculous era where, you can't show home games. People won't come. Of course they will.
Yeah, yes, they will.
Of course they will. But they didn't think. It's the same reason they didn't want to put TV cameras in to begin with back in the 50s. Well, if the games are on TV, nobody will come.
Yeah,
of course they will.
Yeah.
But so anyway, you would hear about Fernando. You'd read it in the newspaper the next day. You'd listen to it on the radio. You didn't get to see him more than maybe 5 or 6 times a year actually pitch a game. So you created this image in your head of what it was.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't speak English very well made it better because you were getting it third person. You you didn't hear him. You'd hear him a little bit here and there. You'd hear him speak Spanish. I didn't speak Spanish, so I didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. Like with Ohtani, a little.
He's speaking Japanese.
I'm a lot more jaded. And you see him every night, and it's awesome. But it's like, I know this guy. Yeah. I'm starting to get it. It's just
for different positions, different guy. Yeah. So, how old is Fernando now?
66, 7, something like that. Look that up.
67.
My guess is
he was young when he pitched.
North of 65.
Because he was young when he pitched.
Broke in at 19.
Yeah, he wasn't that much older than you when you were a fan.
63.
63.
Yeah. Okay. He wasn't that much older than you when you were a fan.
No,
he could have been your uncle.
He could have been my older brother.
Your older brother. Yeah. So he was right there next to you.
Yeah.
Yes. No wonder you get all misty.
Here's the thing. And Tommy's complicated, but Tommy made that kind of stuff so much better.
Lasorda?
Yeah.
Tommy made what better?
Fernando Mania. Because he would interpret for him. He would tell stories. He would embellish the stuff. And it was awesome because you don't know that he's doing it. You believe it to be true.
You're having fun, right?
You're leaning into the mythology of it all, and it was amazing.
Kayfabe of baseball.
It was it was terrific. Let's talk a little bit about the Rams and the Packers this weekend. You were talking this morning. The Rams missing Puka, missing Kupp, missing some defensive starters. They're banged up on the offensive line. They're struggling in the red zone. All of the things that we know that the Rams are fighting right now. Giving up a lot of yards on the ground, et cetera, et cetera. Packers got some stuff, too.
Packers got some issues, man. They're one of the most penalized teams in the league. I don't know if people know that about them. I think 42 called penalties. Only
in 4 games?
Only Baltimore has more. I think Baltimore has 46. Most of this is coming on offense. So they're still trying to work it out. And you could say that that's because Jordan Love wasn't there. So that's an offense trying to find their way. But it is what it is. It's holding calls. It's false starts. They have their own issues. Now, they are taking the ball away a lot on defense. A lot of picks, lead the league in picks. But Green Bay has their own issues. So I know we focus here on Roseboom. We focus here on Troy Reeder. We focus on the secondary. And we think that's everything. Green Bay's coming to Los Angeles with their own set of problems. And if the Rams can capitalize on those, they can win this football game. This is not a juggernaut.
No,
this is not a guaranteed loss for the Rams.
No, this is not a team that's going to come in
and Jordan Love threw 3 picks last time out, and Minnesota almost blew them out. Should have. It was 28-7 first half.
The final score made it look a little closer than it was because they kept chipping away at it. But I agree with you. The Rams can win this game, but the way that they can win this game is eluding me a little bit. Here's why I think they can. And you fill in the specifics as to why this is. The reason the Rams can win on Sunday, and the reason the Rams can win on just about any Sunday, Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
That is a winning recipe. Like, that's if I said, make me something to eat. And the only 2 things I'm going to give you are ground beef and cheese. Okay,
I can make some stuff out of that.
I can come up with something you might like with that.
Yeah, chili mac. I got some burgers. I can
there
make,
you go.
I can
make something with that. But if that's all I got, and the other guy's got some stuff too, I'm confident in his ability to put something together on that side. I don't know if I'm as confident to put something together on the other side.
Okay, so the same reason I'm confident is the same reason you're confident. You have Stafford, McVay, but the same reason you didn't score in Chicago could have been from the same 2 guys. You've got to be more accurate in the end zone, Matthew Stafford. You can't lay the ball out into traffic. They're going to pick it. They're going to catch it. Sean McVay, the only time you scored in the red zone, how did you score?
Kyren.
You ran the ball in the red zone. So at some point, everybody's going to have to be better. So that's what I was
looking at.
Is that a fair
criticism of him? Yeah. Because I've said it on the postgame show countless times. There are 2. We've talked about the timeouts. Sean McVay has talked about how he needs to be better with using his timeouts. So I think that's entirely fair. Run the ball more. Run the ball more inside the red zone. Run the ball more inside the 10-yard line, that we don't have to get super cute down there.
Yes.
Just keep hammering away.
I think there are plays that are designed to be runs, but whatever the defense gives you, like Chicago will load the box. So Matthew Stafford smartly will check out and throw the ball. He's going to trust his arm. Maybe at some point we're going to stay with the run. We're going to let Kyren go one-on-one with a safety, an unblocked guy. And we say our guy can win. We'll stay with that versus let's check out and throw the football.
Isn't that the red zone in a nutshell? Is I need somebody that can win their individual matchup.
Yes.
And by the way, you know who wins?
And I still trust that right arm.
Sure.
But I would say, let's give Kyron an opportunity here to be that guy.
And this is why I think the red zone thing has been so complicated for them. It's because the guy that can win is Cooper Kupp. The guy that could win is Puka Nacua. So if I'm letting Matthew Stafford's brain and arm combine with the guy that can win in his one-on-one all day long.
Yes.
I don't know if Tutu can win. I don't know if Demarcus Robinson can win. I don't know if Tyler Johnson
Tutu's
or Jordan
hard to
Whittington
find
can
in the
win.
red zone.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like those guys that can just fly. Colby Parkinson, what is he, 6'7"?
I am surprised he hasn't been a bigger part.
Put it up in the air. Let that big guy go up and get it.
Super surprised he hasn't been a bigger part of this offense with that size, that length. Yes.
I think every time they end up on the 2 or the 3 yard line and they run it once and they abandon it immediately.
Stay with it.
It's like just go a little closer. And
so here's the game last week. 4 times you made it into the red zone, the opposing team's 20-yard line. You came over with 3 points, a missed field goal, 3 points, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So change those field goals into touchdowns, or at least just one of them. You win the game. Hit the field goal. You win the game. So you had opportunities there. You're good from 20 to 20. You got to figure out how to put the ball into the end zone. So I would say this week, especially versus Green Bay, they are great at rushing the passer. They really are. They get after you. And it's weird to turn on the tape and see them in a traditional 4-3.
Yeah.
It's strange, but they get after you in a way that you know how to attack. So I would say this week, if you had the same opportunities you had in Chicago, keep it on the ground.
Here's the other part about this game that gives me, I don't know if I'm optimistic, but I think that there's a chance. It's not just McVay. It's not just Stafford. It's McVay and it's Stafford, and it's a gotta have it. So whatever is in the bag, I think needs to come out. We saw We saw it against San Francisco, right? They faked the punt. You saw the big return that they got set up. Like, this is not one of those, well, this is what we do, we're going to keep running. Like, whatever it takes, whatever you've been saving, it's got to come out today, because 1-4 going into that bye is just about as close to a wrap as you can get through 5 weeks.
And if I'm Chris Shula, I turn into Mike D'Antoni. I am all gas, no brakes. I am coming after Jordan Love, just like Minnesota.
Does he have that in him? Not Shula, Love. I'm gonna you throw.
He's coming back off injury.
You do this, I do that. Like
he's great against sometimes you got to go into a guy's strength, and he is great against the blitz.
Yeah,
he really is. Jordan Love has been fantastic against the blitz, and
the Rams don't blitz much.
What choice do you have? You can't sit back there and let guys come off on your guys again. You're going to have to cut the line up with stunts and send pressure at that quarterback.
I know he's a good quarterback, and I know that he's played, but he's still relatively inexperienced. This isn't Joe Montana or Dan Marino or John Elway out there who's not going to. You're going to do that, really? Okay.
He still throws hospital balls.
Yeah. Can you not confuse him? Can you not rattle him? Can you not get him sped up?
He is really good. No kidding. He's really good against pressure. Like he finds those little dead spots in the pocket, and he can whip the ball down the field. But at some point. Like he threw 3 to Minnesota last week. At some point, he's going to make a mistake with the football.
All right. I want to talk about Freddie Freeman's ankle injury. And if, in fact, he is compromised to the point where they can't use him, what happens after that? That's coming up. Strav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Coffee.
Let's talk about Prize Picks, DeMarco, before you go get your coffee. Let's talk about that, right? Because while you're getting your coffee, as you walk down the hallway, you should put the Prize Picks app on your phone, and you should put in the promo code 710, because this is what happens when you put that in there. When you use the code 710 on Prize Picks, you get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And at Prize Picks, of course, it's more or less. Pick more, pick less. It really is that simple. Look at Matthew Stafford's number. You think he's going to have a big day? You pick more. Look at Jordan Love's numbers. You think he's going to have a bad day? Pick less. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy, and you can turn 4 correct picks into 1,000 times your money. So pick up that phone, put the Prize Picks app on it. Don't forget the promo code 710 for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
We are joined right now by Anthony Davis. Anthony, it's an unwritten rule in all of sports. You can't beat Father Time, except Bron is. Have you noticed any drop-off in his game?
No. every player as you get older, you just start shooting the basketball a little bit more.
Right.
They're kind of that old man. Yeah, they say that little old man game. But I mean, last year he shot over 40% from three. So it actually helps us. So I don't think there's no drop off. I think he just kind of transitioned to the old man game where he is more efficient as far as his energy and making sure he's not wasting any energy. Everything is a lot more efficient. With the jumper and getting fouled, getting to the line, even though he don't get to the line as much. But there's no drop off in his game.
Steve Mason and John Ireland today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. It's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
It's time to review the top 3 highlights of the day. I'm joined as always by my co-anchor Snoop.
Hey, what up, though?
Snoop, number 1 has to be getting the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence at T-Mobile.
Yeah, you should hustle down to T-Mobile like a dog chasing a squirrel, chasing a nut.
Nice analogy, Snoop. Dogs do love to chase squirrels.
And squirrels love to chase those nuts.
On to highlight number 2. At T-Mobile, families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
That is very impressive. Y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
That's exactly what I'm planning on doing with my savings, Snoop. Now, take it away, Snoop.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on them. Now drop that jingle.
24 monthly bill credits eligible trade-in on Go 5G Next. Well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreement too. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
True Work is the most technical workwear in the world, delivering modern solutions to timeless job site challenges. Innovation meets tradition in True Work's high-performance lineup of work pants, shirts, and jackets, all engineered to give you the comfort and protection you need, especially in the most extreme conditions. Check out the full lineup with over 50,000 five-star reviews at truework.com and use the code SPORTS15 to get 15% off your first order. That's TRUEWERK.com. True Work helps you be your best when the weather's at its worst.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah. And with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Beyonce.
No, this is Ace of Base. Swedish.
Wow. Casey Kasem over there?
It's just funny. Every pop song you've ever heard, from like Britney Spears to the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, all that stuff, all came from them.
The same drum beat, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the same producers.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in the world went to them for their songs.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
And now it's Jack Antonoff. Jack Antonoff produces almost every pop hit that you recognize.
It's crazy.
Beyonce?
Not Beyonce.
He does not produce
See?
Beyonce,
Gonna be the
but
word
everybody
of the
else.
Do you drive down the 110?
Yeah, every day.
She might not be on that side, but I hope you get to see what I saw.
I will-
that was the cause of traffic this morning.
I will be paying attention.
Okay, you
I'm
can't
gonna
miss
Google
it. Yeah.
I will look.
Yes.
But if you're going to try to hit the freeways to go see the Dodgers take on the Padres,
On the 110.
yeah, on the 110, you might not be able to purchase those tickets. So right now, someone went on to the Ticketmaster website to go to purchase tickets for the Padres-Dodgers series in San Diego at Petco Park.
Yeah.
And it has an important event info pop-up that comes up. And the pop-up says, Petco Park is located in San Diego. Sales to this event will be restricted to residents of San Diego County, Southern Orange County, Western Arizona, Las Vegas, and the surrounding area, and all of Baja California. Residency will be based on credit card billing address. Orders by residents outside of San Diego County, Southern Orange County, Western Arizona, Las Vegas, and the surrounding area, and all of Baja California will be canceled without further notice or refunds given.
Dang.
You know what I'm hearing?
Yep.
You know, there's very, very specific part of that jumped out of that. Southern Orange County. Hey, Dodger fans, you want to order some tickets? Hit me up.
Right.
I'm a Southern Orange County resident. I can buy Padre tickets.
So
hit me up, and we will figure out a way to get you your Dodger tickets.
Just a little bit of a tax.
Yeah, but I want Dodger fans in Petco Park.
That's called Vig.
Yeah.
They're trying to restrict how many Dodger fans go to that stadium.
I'm not being a smart aleck when I say this. Have you watched a lot of Dodger games in San Diego?
It's a takeover.
It is more blue than there is yellow.
So they're trying to restrict that.
They're trying to, quite frankly, they're trying to avoid what it looks like at SoFi when the Niners come to
And
town.
this isn't the first time they've done this. They did this
No.
the last time that the Padres and Dodgers
But how do
played.
they stop Padre fans from selling them on the secondary
They
market?
can't.
They cannot
They
stop.
can't.
That's the issue,
That's
right?
the issue. Of course it is.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
they're trying to get people not to come.
Yeah, they don't want, look.
You just made them want to go more.
And this, by the way,
Yeah.
this doesn't mean that the Padre fans are bad fans, but when the Dodgers go to San Francisco, San Diego, Anaheim, Colorado, anywhere that's even remotely Western is inundated with Dodger blue.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the other big cities where people from California, specifically Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, did you see the Yankee games that the Dodgers played there earlier this year? It was filled with Dodger fans. Filled with Dodgers.
Yes.
They're going to take over anywhere, and I understand what they're doing. It's just not going to work. There's going to be plenty of Dodger fans in San Diego.
How come it doesn't happen in college sports, college football?
Because people don't sell their tickets.
People don't. It's because people don't sell their tickets. period.
I
End of
really
story.
do think it's as
Okay.
simple as that. That if you're a Michigan fan,
You're not selling your tickets.
and Wisconsin, and you're playing Wisconsin, and the people from Madison want to come in, they're like, pound sand, I'm going to the game.
Wow.
You don't get my. I really do
I
think
wonder
it's
what
that.
happens if you do that in Green Bay.
Same idea, right?
You'd probably lose your season tickets.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Me either. Yeah, and might get thrown in jail. You know, okay, look.
Arrested for season ticket
In
violations.
Green Bay, you might. I get it. I understand it. Follow your team. I love it. But I do think stadium takeovers are annoying, and you're ruining sports.
Why?
Because you're never the road opponent. You know what I mean?
But don't you want to go see your team play?
I do.
Say you live in San Diego and you're a Dodger fan. Don't you want to go see your Dodgers
Of course
play?
I do. I'm just talking about stadium takeovers.
Yeah,
when
I got
there's so
to
many
tell
of
you,
us here. Yeah.
I love going to Padre games when they play the Dodgers because I roll in with my Dodger hat.
Yeah.
And I am surrounded by like-minded Dodger fans who are like, "What's up?" Right? Like, yeah, cool, let's go. It's like
It's not your house,
It's
though.
a little weird when you go into a
Yeah.
place and there's not a lot of your people. You kind of like, for instance, when they open up on Saturday
I
night.
respect that. Yeah.
On Saturday night,
Yeah.
there will be some Padre fans there, but when they do a pan of the crowd, it's not going to be Padre fan. It's going to be like, oh, there's one, oh, there's another one, oh, there's a pair. When they do it in San Diego, it's going to be sections of Dodger fans.
I got you. And the most obnoxious people in the stadium takeover folk. Do you have the same energy when you're surrounded?
Of course not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So don't act like this because you've got, your crew with you.
No. I'm not an obnoxious fan, but
If you're going to be obnoxious, period. Yeah.
Question on the field. And I'm optimistic. Look, even if the Dodgers don't win both games, and I'm going to put it in that phraseology.
Even if the Dodgers don't win both
we're going to come in here Monday, and there's at least a scenario where they're in a hole, right?
Yeah.
I'm still going to be optimistic until there's not a reason to be optimistic.
Good.
I'm going to try very hard. One of the things that I'm hoping the Dodgers can navigate their way around and put it in positive light is Freddie Freeman's ankle injury. And I was reading something this morning that they said that they haven't even started to ask Muncy to take ground balls at first, that they're going to ride Freddie as long as they can. And they know he's limited.
With a high ankle sprain.
It looked pretty bad.
He's going to play first base with a high ankle sprain.
I don't know.
Not only that, how are you going to run the bases?
He's not.
Then how are you going to be an effective
station
player?
to station? You're going to hope he hits a couple of doubles and drives in some runs. You're going to hope he hits a home run here or there. Like, he's not going to beat out infield hits. He's going to probably hit into a couple of double plays. This is your
hope. You got a slug on the base path.
You hope that the slug outweighs all the other stuff.
And by the way, we did see Justin Herbert play with an ankle sprain on Sunday, and he was still able to play.
Yeah,
it's right.
The problem with
he's not fielding ground balls.
No, the challenge is with the Dodgers specifically is their designated hitter really can't come onto the field and play. You can't say, for instance, hey, we're going to give Will Smith a day off his feet, just DH. We're going to get Freddie can't run. Freddie can't, play defense to the level that you would like. We'll just put him in DH and we'll put another guy out here. We'll put Shohei. Shohei DH is full stop. And not that he couldn't in a pinch. Like if you got a weird 15, 16 inning game where everybody just gets shuffled around and you got people playing out of position all over the place. First is where you'd put him.
Okay,
He probably hasn't taken a ground ball at first base, and I don't know how long.
Isn't that the smartest thing, though? If Freeman can't run, is you put him at DH and just let him hit, and then you kind of.
But where do you put Shohei?
You got to put him at first and just do what you can.
No,
because
I don't think that's the best option.
If Freeman is compromised, it's the same.
No, it's not. He hasn't played first base in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Max Muncy can play first base.
Oh,
and then you put Kike or Taylor or Edman or somebody else.
But then you lose Freeman, you lose the bat.
You got to deal with it.
Okay, see, that's the thing. I'm trying not to lose the bat.
I think you're getting bad in two spots if you put Shohei in the field and you put you got a guy that can't run as your DH that's limited physically.
Yeah.
And then you got a guy who probably hasn't played first base since high school.
It's not going to hurt Shohei to be on first, right?
I don't think
he can't get
physically hurt him.
Because, if I don't care what Freeman does because he's hurt, I don't want to say I don't care. I can live with the results.
I hear what you're saying, but it's not just he might miss a ground ball. It's bunt defenses. It's coverages. It's all of those things that you got to do over and over and over again that even Freeman on one leg can do that Shohei I'm not even kidding. He may have never done it or hasn't done it since high school. To drop him in this situation, having not done it in that long, would be the worst option.
If Freddie Freeman is not a defensive liability with that injury, then he is the new Lazarus to me. Yeah,
it was bad.
Yes,
he's going to be limited, and it'd be interesting to see if the pot What do you know? What would be great?
I'd lay one down right in front of him. Come get it. Yeah,
great. If you want to take the bat out of your hands and bunt for hits, I'll let you do that because they're a pretty good hitting team. If you want to try to have some ground ball bunt base hits, go for it.
Just to see if he can do it or not, or in a key spot. Who knows? Yeah.
If Jake Cronenworth doesn't want to swing the bat and wants to bunt, well, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Jackson Merrill, you want to bunt? Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give it a shot.
There's no way I can slide Shohei at any position just to use that DH some other spot.
You could do it in a...
Not now,
I have
later.
No... Yeah, look, if you gave him spring training and said, look, I want you to work in at first base a little bit. If you gave him during the season, every day we're going to take a few ground balls over there. We're not going to turn you into a first baseman, but just in a worst case...
Yeah.
I'd be stunned. I'd be stunned if you saw him. The only scenario is... Hey, it's the 17th inning. We've used all our bench guys. We just got to start shuffling guys all over the field.
Just go stand there.
Just go stand there and don't do anything other. If it's hit at you, catch it. Other than that, get the hell out of the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
I might take a run at him, though.
Factor Caps coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. NBA basketball is 19 days away, and the best place to watch all the action is Cosm. It's revolutionary technology bringing the sports experience to life. Visit Cosm.com. Enjoy NBA action in shared reality all season long.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon, or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-ON. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Aloha. Thanks, Joe.
Bonjour.
Yobaseo.
We haven't gotten here yet.
What?
Yobaseo.
What's that?
That's Korean.
Oh.
That's hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yobaseo?
Yobaseo.
All right. There's a new
Yobaseo.
one.
And you got to, if they're mad, Yobaseo.
Oh.
I knew that
How much
from-
Korean do you speak?
I know enough to know
Yeah.
when you're talking about me.
You know when someone's mad at you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We stop the world when we walk into, like, Korean restaurants.
Okay.
They don't know what to make of us. Oh, yeah. But I understand everything you're saying.
All right.
I knew that one from watching Past Lives a bunch.
Yes.
So, anyway, so we haven't gotten here yet, but today is October 3rd.
It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd. And so that is the iconic line from Mean Girls where she asked, he's like, on October 3rd, he asked what day it was. It's October 3rd. So my Factor Cap is going to be all Mean Girls related. You don't have to have seen the movie to get it, but if you have seen the movie, it enriches your experience with Factor Cap.
Have you seen it, DeMarco?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it as much as I did?
No. I don't like Mean Girls.
I really like Mean Girls. Quite a bit, in fact.
It is a seminal text for me in my generation.
Don't you ever get so breathy on me again. Sorry. Yes.
It was our main sleepover movie. It was on TV all the time. And we, for better or worse, did model a lot of our lives off of Mean Girls.
Did you have a burn book?
I did have yeah. I also, would only wear my hair in a ponytail like once a week. I would try to only wear
That's funny.
Again, I thought this was how people acted because I watched it in middle school and I thought this is how high school is. Anyway.
Fast Times. Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
A lot of girls at Ridgemont are going for the Pat Benatar look.
All right, so in the course of the movie, Katie Heron is bombarded with a three-way phone call. So she thinks she's on the phone with, I believe it was Gretchen.
Yep.
And then in comes Regina, or is the opposite way around, or whatever. So you have ever been bombarded by either a three-way phone call, or you've been on speaker and you didn't know that you were on speaker and that someone else heard. Travis, fact or cap?
Fact, but never like in a super negative way. Like my mom and dad will start. I don't know if it's because they're getting a little older or whatever it is. Like they talk on the phone on the speaker now, almost exclusively, and it's very hard to hear them. But like, say I'll talk with my dad.
Will you say, "Hey, mom's here"?
I would if I were doing it. So if I'm talking with my dad, and I'll say, "Hey, how's mom doing with XYZ?" And I will hear my mom in the back of the room go, "I'm doing fine."
Oh
and
my
I'm
God!
Like, well, just stand closer to the phone or tell me that you're on the speaker. So yeah, it's never like been a bad thing, but yes, it's happened.
Oh,
DeMarco?
Definitely fact. We say this with my brothers. Hey, what's up, man? You're on speaker. Because we're always on speaker, and he is the king of the ambush call.
Oh,
yeah. So there's people that you're not really talking to or trying to avoid, like uncles and cousins.
That are with
and whatnot.
him, your brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he'll call me, and then all of a sudden there's 4 people on the line. Yeah, I got Uncle Brother on the phone. I got Maddie. I got Pookie. They're all there with me. Right? Dude, why you ambush me like this?
Yeah.
Or he'll do this. I go to his house, and he'll just throw me the phone, like his phone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, why?
Okay, so here's the scenario. You're driving your car.
Yeah.
Phone rings. You're going to answer it. It's a call but let's say it's me.
Yes.
Okay, and your wife and your daughter are in the car with you. As you pick it up, do you say, "Hey, Trav, you're on the speaker"?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, that's
yes.
you got to do that.
100%.
Yes,
that's a
sure.
warning. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so I was hesitant to say that I didn't want to tell you this, but I might as well say it. So I'm dating Brenda early on, right? So it's kind of, we're past, a certain, whatever time. I call, her mom's in the car, and I'm like, hey, so tonight after, it was nothing like crazy like that, but it was like kind of like hinting towards a plan for the night. And she's like, hey, dude, my mom's in the car. She's like, Jorge, I'm here. I hear you. I was like, damn.
Oh, my God. How embarrassing. Wow.
So, that's great.
Yeah, so I got caught,
Always announce if you're on speaker with someone else in the car.
But
no matter
now,
if you think someone's going to talk mess or not.
Nope.
Now Brenda does that. She's like, hey, by the way, my parents are in the car. I'm like, all right, cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
Hey, Jorge, you're on the speaker.
Oh, yeah.
You're on speaker.
Whole lot of Eddie
Mom's
Haskells out there,
right?
Yeah.
All right, so another iconic part of the movie is when they're passing out peppermint grams, and you to buy it for all the people, special people in your life. And they go around, and the guy just stands. It's like, oh, you go, Glen Coco. 5 for you, Glen Coco. Anyway, so you have ever participated in a candygram, flowergram, whatever. You buy a flower or a candy and you get it sent to someone who's important to you.
Yeah.
Have you ever participated in that? DeMarco, fact or cap?
Oh, that's cap. No, I've never done that. Have you? You've done that? I've never ever done the candy gram thing. No, I mean like bringing flowers.
So
like buying flowers. I brought flowers for people.
So it's not that. It's like you go through a third party and then the third party delivers it for you. Not like
soccer team is selling candygrams at school, and you send your girlfriend or a girl that maybe you have a crush on a candygram, then the money goes to the soccer team.
Never done. No,
Okay.
Cap. Never done that before.
Yeah.
You have?
We had that at my high school. It was pretty common, and it was usually around Valentine's Day or something like that. But I was always afraid of embarrassing myself or it not being reciprocated, so I never participated. I would just sit there and hope that something would come my way. Spoiler alert, never did. But I would know I was not going to stick my neck out there.
I think that's why I never did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Amber, Samantha, Stacy.
There you go.
Yeah,
Is this Mamba number
See?
5?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I never did it. Yeah,
I
right.
did it, but it was like, hey, cool. One my freshman year, the other one saw sophomore, the junior, and then after that, it was
look what
something else.
DeMarco gave me. Now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
See? Right.
He didn't send me anything.
Right, exactly.
Uh-oh.
See?
You're a soccer player.
Did you do it, Em?
Yeah, but it's mostly I'd like send it to my friends or whatever. And I also, because usually my friends were in the soccer or the band.
Yeah.
And like, hey, please, would you please buy like 2 of them? I'm like, sure, whatever.
Send them to yourself. That's what I should have done.
Really?
Yeah. Travis, you're so dreamy.
Nice.
Signed anonymous band supporter.
Like,
Gangster.
whoa.
Yes.
You're so dreamy.
See?
All right, so another line from the movie, or like a rule of the movie, is that, you know, if you want to be part of the plastics, there are some rules that you have to follow.
It's called the Manti Teo.
On Wednesday,
sorry.
Back to the carnations.
Oh, Manti.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
one of the rules when you become a member of the plastics is that on Wednesdays they wear pink. You can only wear your hair up once a week. You can only wear jeans or track pants on Fridays. Any rules I'm missing? I think those are all the rules.
Sounds right.
Yeah. And also you can't date Regina's boyfriend, or you
Right.
can't date your other friend's love interest or whatever. But you have a clothing rule for yourself. You know,
Clothing
like,
rule.
you know, every week I want to wear this. Every time I have to wear this. Every week you want to plan out your week by having these rules for clothing for yourself. Jorge, Factor Cap.
I guess it's just on my hats. Like, you know, Thursdays or Fridays just to piss off. I mean, get the Marco hat. I'll wear my Niner one, you know? Just on the, I think it's just on the hats, like what rotation I'm going to have. The rest is like, cool. As long as I can match my hat, I'm cool.
You do not try to repeat the hat, like have a different hat every day?
I try not to, yeah.
Trev?
My rules are a little bit different, and they're completely nonsensical, but they're my rules, so whatever. I will wear the same pair of pants all week long unless I spill something on them.
Okay, fair enough.
Just one pair of pants per week unless I have an obvious stain on them.
That's
and
on the
put them
grind.
on.
You're on the grind.
You just go to the next one.
Right, but if so, let's say I spilled something on a Wednesday. That replacement pants, they're out on Friday. We start Monday with a fresh pair.
I like it.
Okay,
no matter
here's
what.
my question. So, do you have 4 pairs, and so every month, okay, week 1 is this one,
It's
2 is that one?
literally I have more than 4 pairs of pants, but whatever at the front of the closet, what gets taken.
Yeah.
And then as I put it in, sometimes it goes to the front. There's no rhyme or reason to. It could be
That's a
2
nice
pairs
system.
that go, and
Yeah.
one other one. Just I'm wearing a T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're wearing a T-shirt. For whatever reason, I don't like to wear a T-shirt only. I need something over my
Like
T-shirt.
I'm doing right now?
Yeah, like I think part of it in here is because it's so cold.
It is.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be in here, I need something that's not a T-shirt, but I like to have something over it. Like I said, they make no sense, but those are the rules.
No, I'm with you.
Our
Yeah.
work is very casual, so you can wear pretty much whatever you wanted to
Yep.
work here. But yeah,
I got a sweatshirt in the car. I just didn't wear it. Yeah, so I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I only have one real fashion rule, and it's jockish, like straight up jock.
Yeah.
Like I don't mix brands. Like you cannot wear a Reebok sweatsuit with Nike shoes. That
Just
bothers
because.
me. Yeah, that just bothers me. Anybody else? Like
That makes sense.
I've heard that
I get
before.
it, I
Yeah,
get
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, the only shoe that can mix with it is like New Balance. If you're wearing shoes for a specific reason.
You're repping
But
Shohei.
like, okay, for
Yeah, or Nikes are uncomfortable. They just look
They're
good.
narrow.
okay,
Yeah.
What about, say you're not doing a logo forward outfit, but say you're shopping at Old Navy. Do you have to wear an all Old Navy outfit or whatever?
No,
or
that's
it's,
universal.
It's only like if you have a logo on display.
Just sports brands or just specific brands. Like you just don't mix those. Yes.
If I wore like these thin T-shirt hoodies that I wear, like if I have a Viore one of those on, can I wear my Lululemon pants, or do I have to? That's okay.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it may be just Reebok and Nike, but just mixing those brands.
How about sister companies like Puma and Adidas? Like,
Don't mix those, like
Okay,
Adidas
cool.
and Pumas.
Yeah.
Are they friends?
yeah, they're brothers.
Oh,
they were
okay.
brothers and kind of.
They're
Like
I
Aldi
had
and Trader
no
Joe's.
idea.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I heard that. What was that guy's name? The Magic Mike guy.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, when he was talking about his white T-shirts. Have you heard this?
No.
I thought this was the dumbest thing in the world.
Hit me.
So this is when those long white T-shirts were in style.
Oh, like the
yeah.
long to your knees kind of thing.
AAA ones, the AAA,
Yes.
a Pro Club.
So instead of washing it, he would just wear the new one until he got it dirty and throw it away.
No.
And then just get another one. How dumb does that sound?
Well,
And Funchy said he loved it.
He's a movie star, so you can buy a new T-shirt every couple
That's
of
what
days.
but that's not just him. It was everybody that was wearing those shirts. Isn't that dumb?
That's dumb.
Speaking of T-shirts, so
Yeah.
one of my friends, she actually did do costume work on Top Gun. So
Oh.
she talked
Whoa.
about.
Yeah.
She talked about not Penny Benjamin, but she talked about Tom
I'm not
Cruise
interested.
and about how particular he was about his white T-shirts.
Well, they had to be a very specific size.
Obviously.
And you can't buy off the rack when you're 5'2".
Exactly.
Please don't tell me he had his white T-shirts tailored.
Yes.
Oh, you
look,
come on,
okay,
And
Tom.
he was very, very specific about the way that they were taken care of because obviously in the movie they are featured. Like he does
Sure.
wear just plain
That's
white
part of
T-shirts.
the
And he's
part of the costume.
super fit.
Yes.
Yes.
And he looks great, but he's little. So unless you're buying in the kids
What, he had a
department,
crop top?
I don't know, but he's not a big man. That's
true.
So
Okay.
and he's fit, so it's not like you can go bigger and fill it up. He's a small, fit man. That's a very specific
Tailored
size of T-shirt.
T-shirts. Okay. Never heard that.
You were talking about when you go in a Korean restaurant and you know what everybody's saying about you.
What?
Have you gotten to the Seinfeld episode where Elaine goes to the manicurist and she thinks they're talking about her, so she brings Frank, who speaks Korean?
Yes.
Yeah. That's you.
Always fun. Been there.
That's you.
Yes. Okay. I haven't seen the episode.
Okay.
But that's been a part of my life. Yes.
I need you to watch that one. Go on
Okay.
Netflix and find it and tell me if you're Frank Costanza in this situation, because I really want that to be true. Factor Caps brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe. Call 213-747-2000. Say it with me. 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You can go online at normandlegal.com. That's NOURMAND legal.com. And, of course, on the phone, 213-747-2000. I have an idea that's going to revolutionize college football, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be on board with me or hate it.
You think
one
so?
or the other.
All right.
It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
It's October 3rd.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthe.freefoundation.org or give them a call at 562-833-4361.
Trojan fans, want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prices, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC. 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
The countdown to tip-off is on, and George Chevrolet wants to get you in the game with unbeatable offers on a new Chevy. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is playing to win with big discounts and season-high savings on new models like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the fuel-efficient Chevy Trax, and the all-electric Duo, the Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, and many more. Visit George Chevrolet in Bellflower off the 91 Freeway Lakewood exit or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive. And the real deal is official. Congratulations to the law offices of Jacob Imrani, the official chosen legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. If you're hurt in an accident and need a big win, call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Football fans, now is your chance to experience NFL Los Angeles. As part of your SoFi Stadium tour, get an exclusive tour of the NFL's West Coast headquarters, located just across SoFi Stadium. Get a sneak peek into the hub that is home to your favorite NFL studios and brings news and entertainment to millions of football fans around the globe. Make the most of this NFL season with this unforgettable tour experience, complete with exclusive access to the SoFi Stadium field. Buy your tickets today at SoFiStadium.com/tours.
Are you ready to build your company's dream team? Just like in sports, finding skilled players is essential for success. With Robert Half's winning combination of specialized recruiting professionals and award-winning AI, we'll help you find the MVPs and key role players who will have you hanging banners in the rafters. Because in business, it's all about having the experienced team on your side. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when intended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One Coat Hide Color Collection.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You know, you very quickly brushed up aside one of my all-time favorite topics.
What's that?
The Manti Te'o story.
Isn't that a great story?
It's
horrible, but it's great.
So bizarre. They did what's the name of the Netflix series?
30 for 30?
No, that's
Untold.
ESPN.
Untold, yeah.
They did an Untold on. Did you see it?
I saw that one.
What did you think of it?
I don't know where to sit on him because he was a big part of that.
Yeah,
you could have deaded that story a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a part of it like you deserve some of this. And there's another part that says, dang, because of this, you're not going to appreciate how good he was.
He was a great football player.
Fantastic player.
Yeah.
That's the shame of it.
I just remember when it broke. I think Deadspin broke the story.
Yes.
In fact, I'm positive Deadspin broke the story. And just saying, wait, I got to read that again.
Yeah.
Like, what did I – wait, that person doesn't exist?
Doesn't exist at all.
That was just such a – like that is – it's not early internet, but it was like – I didn't know what catfishing was until I read this.
Until that story, yeah.
Just,
I didn't know people did that. And he's back on TV now.
He's on the NFL Network, I want to say. Yeah, he's not bad.
He's on Good Morning Football.
Good Morning Football. That's it, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to see, man, because the guy could absolutely play. He was good, yes.
Yeah. He had, but you said the name, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just one of those, that's one of those deals.
So it's interesting. So I just got to the most recent episode of Aaron Hernandez, the FX show. And they go through the combine for him, like how he prepped for the combine and his combine performance, and how he picked his agent because of how he wanted to end up in the draft and where he ended up in the draft, why he slipped, etc. And they talk, it's kind of in the weeds of like why they, chose, like why he fell because of his off the field stuff. And so I know why Aaron Hernandez's off-the-field stuff matters, but, like, outside of what Aaron Hernandez was doing, why does, like, off-the-field stuff matter as much? Like, if
just because it was so unusual. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what in the second round.
I don't remember, but I think the reason we're enamored with the story.
Of, like, Manti Te'o.
Yes, it's just that it was so unprecedented.
Yeah.
It was brand new.
It tells you about that, like, person's personality that he could be
He was on TV
frauded.
talking about her. Before games.
Yeah, and it was baloney.
Yes.
And that he, all these things that they didn't, the car accident, the cancer, like these
never existed.
They're making up stories about this woman who didn't exist, who gets killed. And it's like,
it's
wait,
insane.
What?
I know, it's insane. It's insane. Never again. There's only can be one.
It was,
and that was it.
It was wild. All right, so
like butt fumble.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him, Doty. Do you know Doty?
The engineer?
The engineer.
Yeah.
He's so Missouri, and I love him.
Yeah.
He cannot hold his tongue. Doty has gotten us in more trouble just being nice than anybody I know.
Okay.
So we're up in Arizona, and Mark Sanchez walks by. And I said, Mark, what's up? We pounded out, and I said, Doty, this is Mark. I didn't say Sanchez. This is Mark. Doty's busy. Hey, hi. I said, Doty, this is Mark Sanchez. And like within 2 seconds, he goes butt fumble.
Oh God!
Like Doty, come on,
brother, come on, man.
Oh, this is butt fumble.
Yeah,
no, this is Mark Sanchez.
I mean, Mark Sanchez went to the Rose Bowl, won the game. That's pretty good. Mark Sanchez went to 2 AFC championship games.
Made 1,000 tackles.
Yeah, I know,
right.
You do. If you have a moment, we're gonna remember the moment. Another USC football player is going to redshirt. We talked about Bear Alexander earlier this week.
He's
late
leaving,
last
right?
Week. Bear Alexander, no, he's not leaving yet. They're both going to redshirt.
And they're staying with the program, practicing with the program, and then
this is new.
Presumably will either enter the portal or find a new spot for themselves on the team, but preserving their year
So
of
you
eligibility.
usually do this late when you get hurt.
You get hurt, but the rules are so different now, and this is kind of what I want to get to. So the next one is Rayshawn Davis he's a senior, been at SC his whole time, right? He is not a guy that's bounced around. Like Bear Alexander.
He's a fourth-year senior.
He's, And so he decided he's not playing much, and he decided he wanted to preserve his eligibility to play another year of college football, so he's going to redshirt the rest of this year, stay with the team, practice.
Keep the year. Oh.
Presumably work out and do all the things that you do to, prepare to play football. And then he's going to go somewhere else, right? He's going to go play somewhere else.
No, is that guaranteed he's going to transfer or just take the year and
sounds like he's going to go
SC?
somewhere else. It sounds like, much like Bear Alexander, that he's going to go somewhere else.
Not belaboring the point. So they're going to let him redshirt and they're going to let him practice with the team.
Sounds like it.
And then let him leave.
Yeah, and they seem to be okay with Davis doing it and less okay with Bear Alexander doing it.
They want Bear to come back.
I don't know, but the reception to it was different.
Okay, because I do remember this is kind of the same, but it's old. If they wanted to run you off, they could not revoke your scholarship.
Right.
They just said you don't have to play for us anymore.
Yeah.
We'll honor our commitment, and you can just be on campus. Okay.
So I have a theory, and it's going to sound weird, but stick with me.
Okay.
Okay. Because college football, the college football that you played in the 90s doesn't exist anymore.
True.
Where you are in a conference, you're going to be in that conference. The exchange was, you come play football for us, we're going to pay for school.
Yes.
That was the exchange. Whatever you get over there, go do it, but don't let us catch you doing it. Go do your thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Now it's legal.
Now we're doing it. We're negotiating it before.
Yes.
If I don't get what I want, I'm going over there. If I come over here and don't play as much as I want, I'm leaving. I'm going over there. It's free agency literally every year.
The transfer portal is different. The money, it's legal now. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Legal now,
Yeah.
and lots of it.
Yes.
If you're a top-tier player. You can go to a new school more or less every year if you want to.
You could transfer around. There's,
right?
Yeah, guys coming out that are in the pros that have been to 3 different schools. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Conferences are meaningless. Right, you got 2 super heavyweights and then a bunch of other weird stuff that seems to change year by year. And I wouldn't be surprised the Big Ten, the SEC continue to change.
There's a playoff now. Yes,
there's a 12-team playoff now. Lots of money, free agency. What does this sound like to you?
It sounds like professional football.
Exactly, it's professional football. Why not just let guys stay in college football for as long as they want now? And because, look, we already have it. Look at Cam Rising at Utah. I think he's 26 years old.
You got to graduate sometime.
Why? You don't have to graduate from minor league baseball.
I mean, at some point, if you take enough classes.
But DeMarco, hold on a second.
Yeah.
They're not there to go to class. When was the last time you heard of somebody being academically ineligible to play
football? No, but you are attached to a school.
But you're not.
And you
this is old school thinking.
You have to pass classes to stay eligible. Yes, because if you fail...
When was the last time you heard somebody was ineligible for football?
I mean, we never hear those stories,
right.
But there are. It happens. If you don't pass classes and you have a GPA that's below a certain point, they won't let you play.
It is impossible to be ineligible if you don't want to be ineligible.
And if you don't accrue enough credits, you can't go from freshman to sophomore.
Okay,
sophomore to junior.
But my point is, the vast majority of these people are not there to go to school. They're there to play football.
Fair, but there still is a system, though.
But my point is, you're thinking of it like you went through it. Think of it now. I'm making millions of dollars, potentially. I can go from here to there. My point is, turn this into minor league baseball. It already is. We're just, for whatever, because there's a Washington logo on the side of your helmet, it's like, oh, he goes to Washington. No, he doesn't. He plays football at Washington.
You got to remove this. You got to remove the teams from the schools.
Why?
Though. Because it's education.
It's not. That's my whole point.
No, I get where you're going, but you are a student and you have
you're not.
You have to follow the rules. When you come in from high school, you are a freshman. You have to graduate.
That's old.
You have to pass enough to become a sophomore.
When was the last time someone was ineligible? When you played, happened a lot. When I played, happened a lot.
It happens now. You just don't hear about it. I mean, you don't hear about guys.
When was the last time a good player got ineligible to play in a big game? They never, because they take care of it.
They make sure the good guys are eligible.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So,
but they still have to do it within the system.
But they can fudge the system however they want. My point is, let's make this minor league baseball. Let's make this the G League. There's not a ton of them.
Then it's not college.
But it's not. It already isn't.
But I get, so take the players away from the university and say it's not about the University of Washington. This is just the Washington Seattle football team.
Right. That's what it is. But it's cool colors. It's good logos. It's on campus. Let's just keep it rolling.
USC.
That's fine.
This is the football team from Southern California.
Right. And it's going to have a Trojan logo on the helmet. Yes. They're going to wear cardinal and gold, and they're going to go play at the Coliseum.
Completely remove the academic.
What's the difference?
you still there are guys that still go to school for an education.
Okay, then you can go to school for an education. If you want to go become an accountant or a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist or a cop or whatever you want to go be, go to class, graduate, leave.
But
no one's saying you have to stay.
But you can't have guys that are just there to play football.
Why not?
Because that's not how it works.
Why not?
That's just not
there
how it
are
works.
30-year-olds playing AAA baseball.
But
there are 28-year-olds playing in the G League.
But they're not connected to a university.
But they're trying to go to the next level. This is just the last stop before the NFL, and sometimes you get stalled
but AAA
there.
is not a college. AAA is not an institution of higher learning. You have students
You
there.
really think these guys are busting it in the classroom week to week?
Okay, if you take 10 players, and this is just my own experience, I'm talking the guys I played with until now. You take 10 players, I would say 6 are there football only.
Yeah.
There are 4 that are there to really get an education.
Great.
So
I'm not
let's
saying
not
that you
ruin
lock
it for everyone.
I'm not saying you lock the door to the classroom.
Yeah.
If you want to go, go.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you have to pass classes
Why?
and graduate because it's an academic institution.
I think I've just fixed college football. Stay as long as someone's willing to bring you in.
Yes.
All right. Hey, look, I need a tackle. Yeah, I'm 29, coach. I don't care.
Okay, so what do I call you? A 9-year senior?
No, you call them a starting defensive tackle.
So
you
how
call,
do I list you in the press guide?
All-American. That's what you call him.
Instead of like freshman, junior, infinity sign?
He's a 4th-year player. He's a 6th-year player. Cam Rising is in his 7th season at Utah.
How did that happen again? He went on his...
There's an injury.
And then he went on his mission?
There was COVID. No,
Yeah.
I don't think a mission was part of his journey.
COVID, injury.
COVID, and I think 2 injuries.
COVID ruined a lot of stuff.
It did.
But usually, you get 5 and you're done. At some point, you're going to have to graduate.
There was 5 was kind of the norm, and then there was a handful of 6s. Now you're getting Cam Rising, believe it or not, was eligible to play for an 8th season.
Okay, see, that's about to be done at some point. We're going to... How far
Not
are
if I get made commissioner,
we are,
it's not.
4 or 5 years removed from the pandemic?
Yeah.
So all those guys that are being affected by that, we're about to be done with that.
Most of them have cycled out.
Yes, now we're getting back to normal. But after 4 or 5 years, you should have to graduate and move on. You should not be a 30-year-old... Senior.
Super senior? But somebody, I got a spot. Yeah, I need a guy.
And look, there's no way I would let my kid who's 18 play against a 30-year-old man.
I want a Crash Davis at USC.
You're going to get the crash part of it.
I want the guy that's been around, man, what am I doing here? Why am I back at Why am I back at the University of Maryland?
Your starting quarterback has 4 kids.
There's guys with 4 kids in AAA baseball. What's the difference?
One's at school. One is AAA.
That guy's not at school. He's not going.
He is at school.
He's not studying for his accountancy degree.
What is USC?
It is a football program for some and a university for others. It'll still be the same thing.
What is the actual name of USC?
It doesn't have to be one thing. It can be a school for you.
Yeah.
It could be a place for me to go to work.
I like your idea. I like the pitch. We need to work on it.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. You know who might be on board with this?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers, because he wants to be the player coach. We'll do that next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. It is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you tune in this week to this show, the Trav and DeMarco Show, you get a chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes at the casino and game day tickets to SoFi. So listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-3776. And do not miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Did you say card room?
Card room. They play cards.
Card room.
Yeah.
I think rounders when I think card room.
Are you a poker guy?
No, I'm the sucker in the room.
Oh, yeah. If you don't know who the sucker at the table is, it's you.
It's me, yes.
Yeah.
Can you play poker?
I know the rules of poker, and I like to play poker. I'm bad at poker.
Emily, do you play poker?
Nope.
Not at all. Jorge?
Hold'em, yes.
Texas Hold'em.
Mm-hmm.
Who taught you?
Anthony and Justin. They were former managers at the Denny's I worked at, and we used to have poker nights every Friday at Justin's house, and it got competitive.
Okay, see, usually it's my dad taught me.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't play poker. People get shocked because I can't shuffle cards. We didn't play cards.
I didn't play. My folks really didn't play cards too much, but my friends did.
Yeah,
and so, like Jorge was saying with his buddies, like we had people that would do little poker parties on Friday nights in high school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had one poker night.
Yeah.
And the guy, my neighbor, took a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought he was going to give it back because I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
No, he walked off with it. I'm like, I will never play this game ever again. This is not fun.
So funny
I
you
bet
say
you'd like it.
And I'm not even sure if he won. He just told me
just
he
told
did.
you he won.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
What's that scene in Revenge of the Nerds? So you got too many queens. You got to get rid of some of those queens. That's too many queens in your hand.
Big Daddy, I got a 4, a 3, a 2, a jack. I win.
Yeah.
Well, this is BS.
That's me. Yes.
Exactly.
Wow.
I bet you'd like because it's competitive.
Yeah.
It's a thinking game. It's not luck. It's very skillful.
If it's me against the table, then yes, but I need to know the rules. I need to know what beats what. Yeah,
No,
then I'd be pretty good.
We'll teach you how to shuffle. We'll give you the rules.
See, that's what he said, and he walked off with like a grand.
We'll play for peanuts. Literal peanuts.
Fun. Just for fun.
Until you get the rules. Then we can play.
Sounds just like him. Next thing you know, I'm pulling out my wallet.
Well, you were the dummy to take out your real money without knowing the rules.
I thought we were just messing around. He took the cash.
Once you learn and then you start winning, like, okay, so I started winning a lot of these little Friday nights. I started winning. I was walking out of there with $200-$300 extra. You know, I'm like, oh, yeah, cool.
Okay.
And then Anthony's like, hey, let's go to the casino.
You got wiped out.
Yeah, let's go.
You got murdered.
Dropping.
Yeah. Well, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real guys.
They know. It's almost everybody that's good at that is very good at math. They're very good at probabilities and odds and all of these things. They know what's out. They know what's not out. They know what they probably could guess really close to what's in your hand without ever seeing your hand based on the way that you're betting. And it's a very, very skillful game. If you get great cards, you're going to win a bunch of hands just because you got great cards, but that's not poker. Poker's finding a way to win when you have
the Ivy League students are involved in poker.
Yeah.
There is a person I could introduce. You probably already met her. You would never know she's an absolute killer at poker. You would never guess.
I probably wouldn't guess,
Yes.
but if you told me, and I would not, there's nobody that would surprise me because it's just being good at math. That's all it is. If you're good at math, you're probably pretty good at poker.
That's
I had a
why
buddy.
I keep a wide berth.
Got a law degree, was practicing law and playing online poker on the side, realized he was pretty good at it, quit his law practice and played online poker full time and made more money doing that.
And went pro.
Because not pro, sitting in his desk at home.
This is what I do.
Taking money, all due respect, from people like you. Because you're on there goofing around. I don't know how to play. He'll take your money all day long. He's got 10
all day.
He's got 10 computer screens going. There's 10 DeMarco Fars on the other end, and he's just scooping money from everybody because he knew what he was doing and no one else did.
If you needed the money, I would have just gave it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's anonymous
You don't have to cheat me.
online.
Right.
It's not cheating. You put your credit card in. I didn't make you do it.
But I told you I don't know how to play. But anyway.
That's a little different. All right, so Doug Peterson in Jacksonville said he has not lost his locker room. Okay? What he said was, I would know. I talk to those guys every day. I see them every day. And no, I have not lost the locker room.
Oh, boy.
I think these guys have done everything I've asked. They continue to play and practice hard in battle.
And you haven't won a game.
It's a good group. You
Yeah.
haven't won a game.
Yeah.
The leaders right in there, they know what we need to do. They're not making excuses for it. I'm not making excuses. We've just got to go do it. Okay. That.
They're 0-4.
Added to what's going on in New York with the Jets and Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers, where there's open contempt for the head coach.
Yes.
Aaron, oh, no, we're fine. Now, clearly you're not. I can read body language as much as the next guy. What is it like in a locker room when a guy has no respect of the players that he's trying to lead? Don't you have to fire? The second that happens, isn't it over?
It's a rudderless ship, literally. You are floating in the middle of the ocean without leadership, and it's terrible. When you give up on your coach, and it happens to every team that's not very good, when you can tell this guy is going to lead us to our doom, you quit on him. So you've heard me say this about McVay, about Vermeil, anybody I love. Don James.
Yeah.
I'd go right through a wall for you.
Yep.
Okay, the opposite is true for coaches you don't trust. I won't come near that wall. As a matter of fact, I can't play this week. You know, if it comes down to a business decision of me going head first into Eddie George or saying, you know what, go ahead and get the first down. It depends on how much I care about that coach that's coaching me, if I believe in what he says. Because I'm shortening my life. I'm shortening my neck for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you can get me to where I want to go. Football's too rough, bro. You're not going to be here. I am.
Once that respect has been lost, right? I'm not sticking my face in there. I'm not doing it. I'm not, that play's not going to work. I'm not doing it. Can you get it back?
It's impossible to get back. If you ask me, it's impossible to get back. There's nothing you can do to regain the trust of your football team once you've lost it. You might as well just pack it in and quit. I'm dead serious about that.
Yeah.
Once you've lost the team, the thing is,
and you know when you've lost it, right?
I think he knows it. That's why he said it out in front, that I didn't lose the trust of my team. You've heard this with GMs in other sports when they give you the dreaded
vote of confidence.
Vote of confidence. You know you're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I trust in him. I know what he's going to do. We can turn this around. You know you're fired already. When they have to say that about you, it's done. When you have to say this about your football team, it's already done.
If the quarterback, and let's use Rodgers as the example with Robert Saleh, is openly disrespectful or at least not respectful, at least not engaged, the eye rolling, the looking away, the walking right past him, even if the other guys want to follow, can they follow at that point? If the guy that's in charge of I know that the coach is supposed to be in charge.
Yeah.
But this guy is in charge because this guy just blew him off and nothing happened to him.
So
he's the boss.
As a young football player or even a veteran that is ringless, that wants to win badly, in that situation with the Jets, I'm probably going to follow Aaron Rodgers. He's not going anywhere. He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. I know how good he is. I'm not sure about this head coach. And as a matter of fact, he might be gone in a few months. We're going to get somebody in here that can help us win. But we can't get another Aaron Rodgers.
Like what in that scenario, right? Why not? You couldn't do it as a young player, but if you've got some seasons.
No, you can marginalize the head coach.
And go to the general manager and say, listen, nobody's listening to this guy. We got to make a move. We got a good team, and we got a chance to do it, but this doesn't
That's
work.
That's when the other coordinators will stand up and start leading the football. He's still the head coach. We can't fire him.
Yeah.
But he's marginalized.
Do you say something?
What do you mean?
Do the players go to management?
No. Your coordinators will step up. Like any questions you have. We had a situation in St. Louis where we had Bud Carson was our defensive coordinator. Remember Bud Carson?
Sure.
Legend. Steel Curtain was his invent. So he was coaching us, and then Bud was old, and he retired, and we hired a guy named Peter Genta who was younger. So Peter struggled a little bit, so they brought Bud back into the room. Oh. So this was our former boss coming back to the room. So
he's the new boss.
He sat behind us.
Yeah.
Pete's in front trying to teach us. So it was so confusing. We would turn to ask Bud, what does this mean? Like, what is he trying to teach?
What's that? Yeah, it's over at that point. You got to get the other guy out.
This is over. Oh, okay, I get it. Now we go back to the front of the room. But that's how it goes. So once you lose your respect, you marginalize the head coach. Your team meetings, everybody's slouched down. No one's paying attention. You can tell the body language is bad, but you're not paying attention to him. You're going to the guys that you trust in the room.
All right, Lakers open the preseason tomorrow out in Palm Springs, and been reading a lot about something that I'm okay right now, okay tomorrow and the day after, but hopefully we're getting towards the end of this. That's coming up next. It's Travin DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And how about this? Call in right now, 877-710-3776. Number again, 877-710-ESPN for your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino, which includes this Sunday's tailgate party at the casino and game day tickets at SoFi Stadium. So call right now, 877-710-3776. Don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, and play. Must be 21 or older to enter.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Pep is here. And Pepe and I just had a in-depth conversation in Spanish.
What, you think I'm not listening?
In a second language.
You think I don't? What do you guys think? Like you're going to talk about me and I don't know what you guys are saying?
Actually, we're talking about Dilo.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, Kaplan.
Yes, sir.
You're not that important. We don't talk about you. Seriously, we have other things.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Travis with Prize Picks. Did you know that you can win up to 100 times your money with Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks? That's right. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. So why not join 10 million users and sign up today? Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. So when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. This week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at football. Patrick Mahomes, more than 267.5 passing yards, and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rushing yards. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, so you got a chance to win the Ultimate Game Day prize from Hollywood Park Casino, which would include tickets to this Sunday SoFi Stadium and some game day tickets, but you got to answer a Rams trivia question for your chance to do it. So listen carefully. If the first person does not get it, you're going to get the same question. So be paying attention. So first stop, Montebello and Warren. Warren, how you feeling this morning?
Good. How are you guys?
All right, Warren, here you
Great.
go. Here's your question. When was the last time that the Rams beat the Packers? Which year was that? Which season?
Rams beat the Packers?
Yes.
I think that was 2017.
That is incorrect, Warren. I'm sorry. Okay, we move on.
I was going to say this Sunday. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, the last time, not the next time.
My bad.
Let's go to Gardena and Vincent. Vincent, you're up next. When was the last time that the Rams beat the Packers?
Oh, shit. Never mind.
We got to get rid of that. All right. So sorry, Vincent. We can't do that. I know you didn't mean anything by it, but you can't say that word on the radio.
We're under stressful situations.
Yeah, sometimes words come out. All right. So again, the question is, when's the last time the Rams beat the Packers? Next stop is Caesar. Caesar, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. Which year?
2018.
Ding, ding, ding. We got it. Good job, Caesar.
Nice. Way to go.
Congratulations. You got some game day tickets. Who are you going to take with you?
My son.
Oh, perfect.
There you go. How's your son?
Oh, he's 26.
Nice. There you go.
Awesome. Have fun at the game, Caesar. Stay on the line, and Emily's going to hook you up. Make sure that you get what you need.
Father-son bonding.
That's a great day. I love that. That's the Ultimate Game Day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino that includes tailgate party passes this Sunday at the casino and game day tickets. Out on the side. He's running the ball. Only bad things can happen here. Boop.
And thank
Ball
God.
out. Rams recovery. Rams win the game. And I remember remember like it happened yesterday. There's Aaron Rodgers is getting ready to run out onto the field, stops, undoes his chin strap, walks back to the sideline.
Yes.
Like
game over. Yes.
That's it.
My favorite, you finish in victory formation. That's what you call stealing one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
you're very
especially
lucky.
then. They were still kind of, trying to find their way a little bit.
And I'll take any victory you can get. There was another one. Russell Wilson when he was on fire in Seattle. And if we were to give him the ball back to him, you lose that game. And they ran a fake punt and got it.
Yeah.
In their own end.
Yeah.
It was a Fisher call.
Was that a Johnny Hecker pass?
Yes.
Yeah.
And got it and kept him off the field.
Johnny Hecker had an arm.
He did.
Yeah,
and a leg, too.
He could throw it a little bit.
Super guy.
The Packers, we all know about the Niners because they play them twice a year. So, when you struggle against a team in your division, it's always right in front of your face.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is, the Rams have ended up in Lambeau Field seemingly every year for the last 5 or 6 years. And whether it's a playoff game, whether it's a regular season game, feels like it's been late in the year. Matthew Stafford didn't play last year. It's cold. Like, they just have had really bad luck against the Packers. And you look at it, 2018 is a long time ago.
They played there in 2021, 2022, 2023 in regular season, and they played there in the postseason in the 2020-2021 season.
It's ridiculous. It's since 1994, the Rams have played Green Bay. I think I have been to Lambeau Field for that game 80% of the time.
No kidding.
It's rarely at home. I don't know why that is.
Well, I know that you get you will play every team in the NFL at home once every 8 years, at least.
Yes.
At minimum, once every 8 years, they're coming to your building no matter what.
Yes.
But then it's those other, like if you finish in second place and they finish in second place.
We got to go there.
But why is it always the other way?
I have no idea. We always wind up in Green Bay. I faced Favre once in St. Louis. We lost there.
Did you ever sack him?
Yeah. I told you about Brett Favre playing against Brett Favre.
Tell me again.
The most fun you ever had playing against, like, playing a football game.
Yeah.
Well, like not hating the opponent because he's making you laugh.
You would get yourself into a pretty good lather, right? Like
Right.
you were not a happy-go-lucky competitor. You
It's
were
Mortal
an angry
Kombat.
competitor.
It's Mortal Kombat. I'm
Yeah.
there. Once I cross that threshold, and
How was he able to turn you?
I'm no longer human. So, and he's not a person, he's a target. So I'm bearing down on the target, right? And I can see the target. I'm looking at his eyes, and he looks right back at me and starts to run and cuts one of the biggest you-know-whats in the world as he's running away.
As you're chasing him during the play.
As he starts to sprint just like you're chasing your dad, and it's this long one.
Hard not to laugh at that.
And he's giggling as he does it. Come on, dude. It just takes all the meanness out of you. Yeah.
If you would have said to me, hey, Trev, I need you to pick an NFL quarterback that would do what you just described in the middle of the game. You get one guess who it is. I would say Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, yes. And I'd see that before this whole scandal, Brett was one of us. He was a quarterback, but he was one of us. Giving Strahan that sack,
Yeah.
I'm sure it made some people mad, but that was the biggest respect thing in the world. Because if you didn't want one guy to sack you,
Yeah.
it's easy. Just game plan, keep the ball away from him.
Yeah.
Brett Favre gave him an op and gave him a sack. I thought that was the coolest thing in
You
the
like
world.
that?
I did like that.
That's weird to me because everything you compete, never give up, never give your opponent an inch, never,
Yeah.
You just said a second ago, you're not even a human being. You're a target for me to smash.
Yes.
Okay? I'm just going to give you one?
Okay,
That's the opposite of all that other
and
stuff.
If you wanted to keep Lawrence Taylor off your quarterback, you
Yeah.
could. Now, you might lose the game,
Yeah.
but you can keep the ball away from him the
Yeah.
entire game. You're
Yeah.
doing nothing. You're never. It's like walking a guy every single time. If you wanted to do that to Strahan, you could
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
And that would have been
But that's one thing.
That's horrible.
It's another thing just to lay down on the ground.
But
which
you're
is
not
what he
even
did.
trying to give him an op to rush the passer.
But you could have. My point is, if he gets it, he gets it. I'm not saying you got to do the LT
Yeah.
thing. We're just going to run the other direction every time. And they weren't doing that.
I
They
think
just gave
Green
him
Bay,
one.
as a coaching staff, was hell-bent on not letting Strahan set that record. And
Yeah.
I think Brett Favre said that's not fair. We're not even going to
That's
give
the opposite of
We're
what
not
you're
going to give
about.
him an opportunity to
Yeah.
rush. So I'll just give it to him.
That's
I thought
one of
that
those-
was cool.
No, it's really funny because
If you want to double team a guy, fine, but you're not even going to give him an op to rush.
yeah,
Everything's
but
going away.
It's not a game plan. He took a dive.
But the game plan going in was we're not giving Strahan.
But he took a
anything.
dive. You know what I mean? That's weird.
It was a boot, and he ran into Strahan. And
No,
fell.
he took a dive.
It
Come
was
on,
a
man.
boot, and he ran into Strahan, and he fell.
Stop. Stop.
I thought that
Yeah.
was the biggest respect thing in the world. That proved to me he gets it.
That's-
Proved to me Brett Favre gets it.
See, I like this.
Yeah.
This is the thing that's going to keep me coming back for more because, like, I'm like, okay, I think I'm starting to get a picture of like compete no matter what, never give up. Like the way that you were going at the UNLV guy, you abandoned your team. Like, I'm just going to give the opponent a freebie.
It's
the
a sack.
opposite of
it's
that.
It's one sack. I think they were winning. Come on, you know what I mean? Come on. It's like grooving a fastball at a guy.
Yeah, that wouldn't do that either. Like, I'd
For
challenge
Cal
him.
Ripken, you wouldn't groove a fastball.
No, I wouldn't throw 4 wide ones on purpose just to take the record away from him. But
Yeah.
I'm also not going to go, hey, yo, BP
But
fastball
you
down the middle.
respected Skip Schumacher for challenging
But they didn't
Shohei
throw him a BP fast. They tried to get him out. They failed, but they were trying to get him out.
by throwing stuff that he can hit.
No, by throwing pitch, he can hit everything.
Right.
But what they didn't do was walk him, say, hey, put him down there.
Right.
They went at him.
That's what I'm.
But that's not what he did. He took a dive.
But they were calling stuff to where Strahan wouldn't get a shot.
Yeah.
So Favre supersede. Anyway, go ahead.
Our NFL picks against the spread. My comeback starts now. Trav and DeMarco, 710
You lost the
ESPN.
The countdown to tip-off is on, and George Chevrolet wants to get you in the game with unbeatable offers on a new Chevy. That's right, George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, is playing to win with big discounts and season-high savings on new models like the redesigned Chevy Traverse, the fuel-efficient Chevy Trax, and the all-electric Duo, the Chevy Blazer EV and Equinox EV, and many more. Visit George Chevrolet in Bellflower off the 91 Freeway Lakewood exit or online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
LeBron James, sorry, man.
You're kind of living your best life right now, aren't you?
I absolutely am. I had a hell of a summer.
My son got drafted by the legendary Lakers, went off to Paris, and brought home gold.
Yeah. We saw you at an Adele concert in Europe.
I saw you sing it. You were singing Fire to the Rain, I think.
Absolutely. That's a hell of a song. I love that song.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Trojan fans, want to go to the USC-UCLA rivalry game at the Rose Bowl? Just grab an icy cold Coors Light and visit CoorsLight.com/college football. Enter the keyword SCORE, and you got a shot to win your tickets to the game. It's all thanks to our great friends at Coors Light, the official beer of college football and proud partner of the USC Trojans on ESPN LA.
No purchase necessary. Starts 8/1/24. Ends 1/21/25 at 11:59 p.m. CT. Must be legal residents of 50 USDC, 21 years of age or older. Void where prohibited. Use keyword to get entries for keyword prizes. See official rules at www.CoorsLight.com/college football for entry instructions, keywords, odds, prizes, and restrictions. Sponsor Molson Coors Beverage Company, USA, LLC. 250 South Wacker Drive, Chicago, Illinois, USA, 60606.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, Week 5 NFL season, our picks against the spread. Of course, the winner of our season-long competition gets to pick the restaurant of their choice, and the other 3 people will pick up the tab. Whoever finishes last has a punishment that the other 3 will decide on.
Costume, right?
Some
At
sort
the
of
restaurant.
costume.
To the dinner, the first person decides what they wear as well.
Naked Minion.
So
Just look
right
that
now,
up. Yeah.
Jorge would be the one choosing the restaurant and choosing the costume. He has 23 points. DeMarco, you're in second at 17. Emily is in third at 16. And I am a distant fourth at 12, which is not good.
But you're in double digits.
I'm in double digits.
You haven't lost the team yet.
So I haven't lost the team yet. We're only 5 weeks in. All right, I go first this week. We're back to the top of the batting order as we do each week. We're going to start with the Rams. The Rams are underdogs at home. The Rams are getting 3 points at SoFi Stadium against Green Bay. They have to win. They have to win. If they're gonna have a season that is interesting into November and December, they've got to win this game if they're going to stay in the playoff picture. So I'm going to take the Rams, but they're still real banged up, so I'm going to put them all the way at the bottom at number 1. DeMarco.
That's your 1?
That's my 1.
That's your 1.
That's my 1.
So I got to go 4 then. If you put them at 1, I got to put them at 4. I'm supremely confident. Same thing, banged up, but I am sure this team can play better than they played in Chicago. And if they play as good as they can play, they can beat Green Bay. I'm taking Rams as my 1.
As your 4, you mean?
As my 4.
Yeah,
Sorry, as my 4.
Yeah, Rams at 4 for DeMarco. M.
So I think in the time in which I've done this project of picks against the spread the past 3 years, I've probably picked against the Rams maybe less than a handful of times. I'm picking against the Rams here. I don't see a way they win. I don't see a way that they cover. I just am bleak about it, and I just think they're going to get cut up in the run game, and their defense is going to give up a lot of points. I don't think they can score enough points. I think they can't score more than 20 points. So I think they're going to lose. So Packers at my 2.
Green Bay at 2. She's going against the home team, DeMarco.
That's a lot of people feel that way.
It was good analysis.
Monday's going to be fun.
The analysis is what scares me the most, because as she was talking, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right. Yep,
yeah,
that's right. So we'll see.
Yes.
Jorge.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Packers at my 2 on this one.
Green Bay. Yeah. DeMarco, this is where we make up our ground.
Right
this
here.
This is where we get going along the way. You got the first pick in the next one. Raiders at Denver. Denver's a 2.5-point favorite at home.
Golly.
I think I've picked the Raiders wrong 98 weeks in a row.
Also, to make you feel better, DeMarco, I got all of them wrong last week, so I could be very wrong.
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about Bo Nix. I think I know what to make of the Raiders right now.
How do you feel about Sean Payton?
I like Sean Payton. I do. I just hope he's not too antiquated for this.
Why are you conflicted on Nix?
I'm not sure how good he is.
Maybe he's not good.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, picking against the Raiders. So if I pick the Raiders, if I go with my gut for Bo Nix, that means I pick the Raiders. You know what? Since you mentioned Sean Payton, I'll pick the Broncos, and I'll put them as my 2.
2
yes.
for DeMarco with the Broncos over the Raiders, giving up 2.5. M.
This is based on no analysis, really, besides just gut feeling. But I feel like the Raiders and the Steelers are very similar in the way that they win the games they aren't supposed to win, and they lose the games that they're supposed to win. I think this is a game that they should maybe theoretically on board win if you're the Raiders. I'm going Broncos, though. I'm going Broncos at my 3. I think they beat the Jets last week. They win weird games. So
in New York.
I know. Broncos at my 3.
Jorge.
I think on this one I'm going to take Denver, but I'm going to take Denver as my 1.
Denver at 1.
Yeah.
I was going to take
Not
Denver,
sure.
but I'm just playing game theory here. I'll take the Raiders. I'll be the only one going, so if it hits, I get a double win. Raiders at my 2.
A lot going on in Las Vegas.
There's a ton going on. I don't think the Raiders are good. I think Bo Nix is not very good. I think Bo Nix was a really good college player because he'd been around. I think he played more college football than anybody.
He's in your college model.
Yes,
he's a professional college.
And he started from the time he was an 18-year-old coming out of high school until he was a mid-20s guy.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big believer in Bo Nix. M, you bat lead off on this one. Arizona in San Francisco. Niners are 7-point favorites at home.
I think the key word is 7-point favorites. I think the Cardinals will play a close game. I think they play good teams close. I think the Cardinals are a good team. I think that they can score a lot, and I think that you have to match their version of scoring. I don't think the Cardinals are going to stop a lot of people, but they are going to put a lot of points on the board. So I think the Cardinals will cover the spread, if not win it outright. I think that they also need this win if they want to have a chance at making the playoffs. So Cardinals at my 4.
Ooh, all the way at the top. Arizona with 4. Jorge takes the Niners at 4.
Right.
Do you want to say it out loud, or do you just want me to write it in?
You said is the opposite, so Niners win.
I'm going to take the Niners too. They're still really good. I know they're banged up. I know they're missing guys. I know McCaffrey's not going to be around for a while, but
does McCaffrey even have legs anymore?
Yeah,
he has Achilles tendonitis in both legs.
He's got new German legs.
Yeah.
Both legs?
Yeah.
It'll be like Wild Robot when she gets the wood put in her leg. Yeah.
The Achilles issues on both legs.
I know. It's not great. I'm going to take San Francisco at 3. DeMarco.
Do I have a 3?
You have a 3 and a 1.
I'm right there with you. I'll take them at 3.
San Francisco at 3. Final game. Jorge, you go first. The Baltimore Ravens at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the home underdog. They're getting 2.5 at home.
It's perfect.
Give me the Ravens on this one and make it my 3.
Baltimore at 3. I don't like this game at all. I don't like any of these games, quite frankly.
You like the Rams. Come on.
I'm going to take Baltimore. Even a road
Smart
favorite.
Choice.
All right, Baltimore at the top, number 4. DeMarco.
4 means you're supremely confident,
Yes.
right? Okay, I'm picking Baltimore, but I'm putting them as my 1.
Baltimore at 1.
They are so helter-skelter. They're 2-2.
Who
are they right now?
So they are 2-2. You're not
Yes.
wrong about that. They lost to the Chiefs in Kansas City by a toe.
Yes.
Right? But that game could have gone either. I know they lost to the Council of, but they didn't get manhandled.
Yes.
They showed up and played toe-to-toe with a really good team. The Raider thing, it's the NFL. Weird stuff happens. Kind of throw that one out. Since then, they've looked like the Ravens the last 2 weeks. I'm hoping they finally found their footing.
The last 2 weeks, Derrick Henry's run for like almost 350 yards.
Been a monster.
He's been a monster. So is that them? And can he keep that up?
I need it to be for one more week.
Okay, one more week.
I
Okay.
need it to be for one more week.
I'm
Emily.
going to go against you guys. Bengals are hungry dogs. They absolutely need this win. They need this win more than the Ravens need this win. They need to get going, and they need to get going well. And it's a division matchup. They know this team really well. So here...
This is about where they typically get going,
and
too.
also,
Joe Burrow?
I don't have it with me right now, but I know there's a stat of Lamar Jackson versus the AFC North. Lamar Jackson versus the AFC North, when you know what Lamar Jackson does, when you face him twice a year, you know how to defend against him. So I don't think this is going to be a Lamar Jackson runs across the field game. I don't think it's going to be a Derrick Henry runs across the field game. I think the Bengals will have a good plan for the Ravens, and they need this win. So I'm going to go Bengals on my 1.
Sometimes hungry dogs starve.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't find food.
But this dog doesn't. That dog doesn't have Joe Burrow.
So here's the... I have the Ravens,
hair.
and I have them at the top, so I'm kind of arguing against myself here a little bit. Here... who's the worst team in the league? Carolina?
Yes.
Okay, Carolina's a bad football team.
Wide margin, yes.
Right? But they're not good. Those guys are still NFL players.
Yes.
And that's the part that's always... Even a team that has a bad record...
Any given Sunday.
Yeah. I know it took me a long time to kind of wrap my head around that. That's why you don't see big spreads in the NFL very often, because even the really bad teams going up against the really... They're all pros.
But to her point, you can't sneak up on a division foe.
No.
Yeah, they know you're coming.
Derrick Henry's the wrinkle.
It's like that's why Lamar Jackson is so good against the NFC, because I think he's like only lost one time playing an NFC opponent, because when you don't face Lamar Jackson every year, twice a year, you don't know what to expect from him. But yeah,
I need to start with my comeback. It needs to start happening.
I like it.
Start happening with the Baltimore Ravens. The Dump, Super Crosstalk. It's all coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and help support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Monday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2024 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more information on the tournament, please visit the website landofthefreefoundation.org.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safe experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
You know how every once in a while you'll see something in like a movie or a TV show or something that's just like, okay, I get what you're going for, but that would never actually happen in real life.
Yeah,
like
most football movies.
Yeah, like it's a metaphor for the thing.
Yes.
Jerry Jones did the thing, only it was in real life. He landed his helicopter in the middle of the field during Cowboys practice.
That's so gangster. I love that. That is
It's
so
like having a
gangster.
literal pile of money. Like
Yeah.
if you had like in your home like a place to lie down.
Now this is my team.
Scrooge McDuck just needs a pile of coins for him to dive into.
We need. I want to land right there, but coach, they're practicing. We'll tell them to move.
Okay, I love the visual. It's cool. Him coming out, him having.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about helicopters. I don't know anything about aviation. I don't know anything about anything. That struck me as wildly dangerous to land a helicopter in the middle of your football
Doesn't
practice.
seem like the safest thing in the world. But yes, only Jerry Jones can get away with it. But if you could, wouldn't you? If I could, I'd land a helicopter right outside this building.
Yeah.
That would be the way to enter the building.
So Warren Buffett
Yeah.
calls his airplane the Great Unjustifiable.
The Great Unjustifiable.
Yeah, that it's environmentally toxic. It's a waste. But he goes, I don't care. It gets me where I want to go. I don't have to deal with the airport. Like, I can't justify
Yes.
to you. I have the money. I'm doing it. Like I get why it's objectionable to people. I don't care. I'm doing it. Right.
Yes.
That's how, if I were Warren Buffett, Jerry Jones, Stan Kroenke, or whoever these multi-billionaire guys, that's where I would be Scrooge McDuck. I would like, you know what I feel like doing today? I want to go play 9 holes at Pebble Beach later this afternoon. Jump on the plane. Let's go up there. We'll land in Monterey. We'll go play, and we'll get out of here. That I would be flying to go grab dinner in Vegas for an hour.
Overhearing billionaires
Go to French
talk.
Laundry.
Yeah.
Overhearing billionaires talk is funny. Like, I have to leave here. I have to go meet my boat that's docked like someplace else. So I have to helicopter over there. And then I'm going to have lunch with my wife in London. This is all in one day. What are those reports they used to have where you can buy like high-end cars and houses?
Oh, Rob Report.
Rob Report. So we'd have houses, we'd have cars. Stan Kroenke brought me one for helicopters. I kid you not. And said, hey, what do you think of the interior on this one? And I'm like, the interior of a helicopter? Like, you're serious.
Should've been like, actually, I would have gone with the other one.
Right,
but
Right. I like the tan.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's one of those, hey, listen, I'm buying a Honda Accord. Really like to get the leather seats, but the cloth saves me like $500. So maybe I'll just forget it. I'm going to go leather. I'm going to do it.
Pimp my helicopter. Get the one with the fish tank.
With the fish tank.
The fish tank and
Thank
the Louis
you.
Vuitton upholstery.
Oh my God, yes. That's what I flew
awesome.
a plane. I flew a plane for like 30 seconds.
What would be your great unjustifiable?
That. I would have an airplane.
The airplane.
I have teammates that are pilots, and they own little Cessnas, but I would
Okay.
own like a big G5 or whatever.
But you're hiring somebody to fly it for you.
I would fly it.
You
I
wanna
want to
fly it.
I'd
You'd
be
be-
straight up John Travolta.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna
to
say, Travolta flies
yeah,
his
I would
own
be-
plane.
Yeah, I did fly a plane for like 10 seconds.
I feel that
With Stan Kroenke. Like, so we were up in this little prop plane going to see his son play.
Okay.
When his son played basketball at Mizzou. So he took me, Tony Banks, and a few other guys to fly over. And I'm sitting up front with the pilot. So I'm like, can I just grab the stick? He said, yo, sure. So I grabbed it and he goes, it's yours. So I'm like flying the plane for 2 seconds, and I like just this little adjustment in the plane move. I'm like, take it back.
Oh,
take it back. Take it back.
Oh, hell no.
Take it back.
I want that door closed. I don't want to see what's going on in there. Because let me ask you a question.
Terrifying.
Let me
Yes.
ask you this.
Yes.
You know when you get on a plane, like you're Southwest, you're going to Phoenix or Sacramento or wherever you're going, and you get on, you hook the right to go to your seat,
Yeah.
right? you look left and the pilot's in there, hey, good morning, how you doing? How have a nice day, all that stuff. Or you're getting off and you see him there, hey, thanks for flying with us. You ever see how many buttons are in that damn room? Okay, I like to think myself that I'm relatively intelligent. I couldn't tell you what 600 buttons
Not
do,
at all.
and there's at least 600 buttons in there. What if he hits the wrong one? How are you supposed to know what every one of those buttons
Talk
does?
to the pilot on the way in, though, just to make sure you get the proper response.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Hello, Mr. Pilot. Hello, sir.
Well, you just want to make sure he's not slurring his words and he's wasted.
Then I'm getting off the plane. right.
Remember?
Dude, I had a long night.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm out. Yes.
Are you guys fans of 30 Rock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that one time where Liz was dating Matt Damon and he was a pilot
Yeah.
and, they were doing the whole thing. It's like, it's a really complicated. You press take off, you press you press land or like fly
That's
the
it.
autopilot and then land.
They got radars, buttons, levers, sticks, brakes, flaps.
Weather.
No. Yeah,
Yes.
And here's the thing. If something, you're driving home from work today, your car gets flat tire, your car, the engine starts to smoke.
Yeah.
You pull over to the side of the road and you call a tow truck.
Right. Airplane?
No side of the road.
No.
In the middle of the sky.
There's the Hudson.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of the guy who's a pilot and he's going to propose to his girlfriend, but the way he does it is by acting like the plane is going down. So he has to, he tells her, read the manual, guide me through the manual, how to adjust so we don't crash.
I would kill him.
But she's basically reading like the instructions and he's following the instructions. He's very calm. Obviously the plane's not falling. But at the end, he's like, and would you marry me?
I would.
That's a little much, man.
Murder him.
Bro,
I would.
a little bit
But
much.
my point,
No, bro.
But my point
No,
is,
bro.
This is a big fat
No,
red
bro.
flag.
No.
But my point is, these guys can stay calm even when something like that
Yeah.
is happening. Like the fact that they have a manual and they have to follow it, dude. That's
yeah.
incredible.
Can I say something? Just propose normally.
Thank
Just
you.
propose down on your knee in a private setting with you and your betrothed.
You don't want it public.
I don't care. I don't want
It
that.
doesn't have to
No,
be
no,
like that.
I don't want
Yeah.
you to fear for your life, but
Yeah.
can you do it at a restaurant?
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
I think I'd rather be an intimate moment between me and my betrothed. But
Okay.
like in general, just be normal.
The guy
That's what
that-
your wife or
Yeah.
potential wife wants.
The guy proposed recently at a KFC. Did you see the story?
At KFC, the
The
Kentucky Fried
restaurant. He
Chicken?
proposed to his girlfriend at a KFC, and people lit him up. And then KFC we'll pay for your wedding.
Okay, well that's why you do it, and also you fake that stuff.
Or
Oh, did you just run with?
no, people do that all the time.
Oh,
Fake it.
I
Like
thought that
every
was so
KFC.
genuine.
I'm going to restore your faith in humanity.
Okay.
Here are two things that it could be that are very sweet and very kind.
Yeah.
Maybe they both really love KFC.
Yeah.
Okay, could be that.
And he decided, yeah.
maybe
First
that's
date
what-
was KFC.
That's it. That's the other one. The first time I met you at KFC.
There you go.
I was in line. You were working there. We were in line together, or whatever it
Evander
is.
Holyfield apologized to one of his wives at a Shoney's. Yeah, right.
It's almost as good as Perkins.
Evander Holyfield is I don't know if he is still, but made tens, if not hundreds of
I
millions
wish
of dollars.
you could have seen that house.
Oh, I remember seeing it. It was like a hotel.
A hotel.
Yeah.
Like
a
$1 million
resort.
a year just to run. What are you doing?
But please listen, men who are listening to the show.
Yes.
Listen when I tell you, just propose normally.
How did you propose to your wife?
What's up?
Oh, God.
And she understood that was a proposal? Not
Okay.
much.
She said, okay.
Would you hold a ring out and say, what's up?
What's up? You know?
Yeah. What's up?
We going to do this or what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
John, how'd you do it?
Mine was a master plan of deception. My wife was working for a PR firm, and she was in charge of the White House Easter egg roll.
Okay.
Bill Clinton
yeah.
and Hillary is the first one that was ever. Now, back then, there were no. You didn't stream anything. This was the beginning. Her client was Earthlink, and Earthlink was streaming it. And so it was on Easter Sunday in 1999. I tell her boss what I'm up to. I said, I'm going to fly back to D.C. I'm going to surprise Lisa and ask her to marry me, but I need your help. She goes, anything. She goes, I love this. So I said, after you guys get done with the Easter egg roll, you're going to take everybody out and celebrate, right? She goes, yeah, big party. I go, tell Lisa she cannot go. She's going to be furious, but tell her you have a huge client coming in the next morning, and you need to prepare the presentation, so you need to wait for a fax with all the info, and then she can go to the party. Because I'm going to knock on her door at 7 o'clock. She goes, I got it. Exactly as I predicted, Lisa fought it hard. She goes, no, I'm not doing it. Oh, well, they can call me when the fax comes in. I'm going to the party. She goes, you're not going to the party or you're fired.
Oh, wow.
She goes, Brenda, what are you talking about? She goes, that's how big of a deal this is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Lisa, furious with her boss, goes back to her room.
Mark O'Meara won the Masters on that day. Lisa knew I would never skip Masters Sunday for anything.
Sure.
But I did. Got on a plane, flew there, knocked on her door, yelled, "Fax!" She opened the door. I was on one knee, and I hit her with it.
Oh,
and
wow.
then we
That's
went to the
great.
party,
What a
and
setup.
Everybody there knew what was
What was coming.
Wow.
And so they knew if we walked in smiling that it was a good day. And
So, Emily, is that yay or nay?
That's cute.
That's cute? Okay.
Okay. Because she
Don't
was
risk your life.
anti-public proposal,
Yes.
and she was anti-elaborate proposal.
Well, that was a fake plane crash.
No, we're all
Yeah, it
against
was a
the fake plane crash.
Yeah.
So, Trev, you know Jamie Maggio. You guys know
Yes,
Jamie Maggio,
yeah,
right?
Gaucho.
Who I worked with at Cake.
Really?
She's
She's a
the best.
gaucho, yeah.
She does. She hates proposals at sporting events.
I can see why.
She said literally if she was head over heels in love with a guy and he proposed at a sporting event, it's a deal breaker.
Really?
Amanda Brown, same way.
Okay.
Why
The
sporting
idea
events?
of like you didn't think that much about it. It feels more spur of the moment and more what the guy wants.
Oh.
And
Right.
I
I
feel
agree
like
with you.
You need to put thought into it. Like clearly, John, you put a lot of thought into what you should do
Right.
for Lisa. I think the idea of like not putting thought of it or putting the wrong thought in it that could ruin the proposal.
But Jamie's like, I don't want it in front of 20,000 people who I
Head
don't
over
know.
heels in love, and they do that, it's a
She
deal
goes, I'm
breaker.
out.
It's a deal breaker.
I
Wow.
like hate is not a strong enough word. Like I bring it up, and Jamie, who is a lovely person and perfectly pleasant, you bring that up, she immediately turns to the dark side. No.
It's because
no.
that guy clearly doesn't understand what she wants, and that clearly means that the rest of your life they will not understand what you want.
This may be
severely
antiquated.
miscalculated. Yeah.
This could be an antiquated way to look at it. I swear I'm not trying to offend, but the wedding is about her. It's not about you.
Oh yeah.
The proposal,
and you find that out about 2 days into
the
planning for
proposal
the wedding.
is
by the
about
way.
her.
No doubt.
The arrangements are about her. The seating arrangement is about her. The dresses, the tuxedo, the music. Just say yes to everything.
So what's about
and
us?
keep it moving.
The rest of it?
Get out of the way and show up
and
on
you don't have
time.
to worry
That's
about
it,
it.
right?
You need to show up in a tuxedo
Yeah.
and have your hair combed.
That's it.
That's your role in this.
I had
event.
literally at my wedding, I had one job. One. She did everything else. Bring the marriage license. Forgot.
Oh.
My buddy Chris Lynch.
really?
Shout out to my buddy Chris
Wow.
Lynch. Drove back to my house and got it.
That's great.
And saved me.
That's great. Do you know what today is, John? You specifically?
Thursday.
Today's October 3rd. It's Mean Girls Day.
Oh, Mean Girls Day, yes.
Nice. My girl, Lindsay Lohan, should be celebrated.
I was just eating one of those bars.
Oh, the Swedish weightlifting bars.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're working, too. I
Trav,
really think they're
stop
making a
trying to make
difference.
fetch
Stop
happen.
making
Yeah, that's the line.
Emily, we'll see if we get. She has a little Mean Girls trivia. Are you're a Mean Girls
I
person?
love Mean Girls. I don't necessarily know the trivia, but I've watched it many times.
I don't think I do either. But
This is pretty easy.
Okay.
I think I got you.
All right,
But
so
we'll
it's
do it after.
you know what we
name
should
is
do?
your buzzer. We all get a shot.
We'll do it. Let's do a little super crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Cross Talk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd.
October 3rd.
October.
Now,
All right.
Mean Girls has been redone a couple times. Once as a musical,
Once
Musical?
the musical came out a year before last,
They-
I think.
and
And
then
I
they-
thought the musical was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was on Broadway too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's try Emily's quiz. I want to see if I can
Okay,
get
it's
any
not.
of these
It's
right.
not a full game of games. It only has
Okay.
7 questions. Name is your buzzer.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do. Okay.
All right.
All right. So first one, what is the name of the high school in Mean Girls?
No idea.
No clue.
No.
All right, North Shore.
Yeah.
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 All right.
All right.
Dumped us.
0 for 1.
Yeah.
Why is
0 for
Gretchen?
4.
Why is Gretchen Wiener's head so big?
Don't know.
Don't know.
These are classic lines, guys.
Yeah,
it's
no.
full of secrets.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is next level. I
Yeah,
think.
okay.
We may go over here.
Yeah.
Over
Sorry,
2.
guys.
Mason, plastics.
Who is Gretchen Wiener's dad?
Oh, he invented something, or did I say? I don't remember that.
I'll give you half credit. He invented toaster strudel. My
That's
dad,
right.
the inventor of toaster strudel.
Yeah, that's it.
0.5 for Ireland.
All right.
No, yeah, 0.5. That may win it. That may win it.
All right. What does Karen think that she has because her breast can tell her when it's raining?
Travis.
It's like
ESP. She thinks she knows what, like, she's
Sure.
a psychic.
Half a point.
Yeah.
It's like I have
Welcome to the top,
ES-
Trav.
yeah.
It's like I have ESPN or something.
ESPN.
Which is why Right.
It's that.
Oh my god.
Okay, here we go.
What is the answer to the math problem that Katie Heron solves?
Ireland.
And
Answer is nothing.
no.
Infinity is nothing.
Travis.
Yes.
-1.
It's the limit does not exist.
Yeah, well, yeah, right.
But
I think
I'll give you another half a point. You got 1 point.
John's up to 1.
All right. What? You're not gonna get this. It's gonna be hard. All right. So, what's the actual product that Katie tells Regina is her facial moisturizer? So you know that time where they're
Right.
doing the whole montage.
Travis.
Okay.
Foot cream.
Yes. I'm
Oh my
surprised you got
god.
that.
Wow.
Hey.
you passed me. You're up 1.5 to 1.
All right. So this next one will win it if it's Travis for Ireland.
Okay.
All right. What ticket did I gave it away a little bit. What ticket did Katie's mom get upset that Katie didn't want to go to anymore? So she's like, "Come on, I have tickets to see this weekend. You love this
Mason.
band."
Wicked.
No.
No.
Travis.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice try. Something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just because I think you might have spilled it. Is
Yeah.
it Lady Gaga?
Nope.
I got to guess.
It's going to be African because they lived in Africa.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Ireland.
Yes.
I'll say Toto.
It was Ladysmith Black Mambazo.
Oh,
but the
God.
only thing is I remember is because it's so
I never would've
iconic.
got
That
that.
was so on the tip of my tongue.
I-
Seriously, we are so.
I've
really.
watched this movie hundreds of
Do you
times.
think I don't? If I had watched it yesterday, I don't think I'd get some of these answers.
No. I thought I knew that movie. I clearly do not.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know Fetch.
Not that good.
You know,
Classics.
Travis wins.
Written
1.5
by,
points.
written by you win by
Tina
half a
Fey.
point. Congratulations. Written by Tina Fey. And a great
Oh,
part
I
for
forgot
Amy
that.
Poehler as Regina
The mom.
George's drunk mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeMarco.
Highly underrated movie.
Completely lost. Yeah. I had no
Have
idea.
you ever even seen the movie?
I've seen Mean Girls.
Yeah.
but just not that.
I didn't live
Not
it
that deep.
like
no,
Emily did.
no.
Emily, it was a
The-
lifestyle.
Did
you guys have Mean
The
Girls in high
lead in
school?
that
Yeah.
movie, the guy who she had the crush on, is an actor named Jonathan Bennett.
Okay.
And he is in like every other Hallmark movie.
Oh,
is he?
you always forget you're a Hallmark movie connoisseur.
What's weird is if I'm home, like I've been working on it because I'm leaving for Palm Desert today to do the Lakers this weekend, and if I'm home and I'm doing anything, washing clothes, packing, the TV is on. It's on one of two things: ESPN or Hallmark. Yesterday, the baseball playoffs were on, so it was an ESPN day.
Sure.
But do you know anybody who is more sick in the head than me? Those are two polar opposites.
Yeah, those are not in the same
Doesn't
genre.
Michael Thompson do something very similar?
Michael's
Hallmark
with me.
movies?
Michael likes Hallmark.
Yeah.
I always think that if you're on a Hallmark
Someone-
movie, chances are you're on your way down.
Down or up?
On your way down.
Or just beginning?
Yeah.
Although
I think that's right.
Lifetime is further down.
That used to be
So-
the
You're
Super
talking
Bowl
about as an
halftime
actor.
show.
As an actor,
But I have a friend of mine who's an agent. He represents actors, and one of his clients was the lead in a Hallmark movie. And I said, "What's she getting for that?" He goes, "Flat fee, $250K."
Well, that's a lot of
not
money.
bad.
You make
And
a
I
couple
thought-
of those a year.
Yeah, sure.
Well, like
You're
the
acting.
girl who played Gretchen Wieners,
Yeah. She's
Lacey
in all of them.
Chabert, she is in more of them than anyone.
Yeah.
I would say she probably does 10 a year. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. It's $5 million.
I know. I have a friend, an acquaintance. I'll say, not really a friend, but she does one Lifetime movie a year. She's always like the evil secretary or the evil babysitter or the
I was
evil
gonna say,
business
not Hallmark,
manager.
but Lifetime.
That's Lifetime.
Okay.
That's totally Lifetime.
My buddy's wife produces Lifetime movies, and so whenever I see her, I say, "Okay, Elizabeth, what's the plot?" And she'll
I'll tell you the plot right now, John. I haven't even seen it.
Somebody
the
gets
plot
killed.
is one of the two, the man or the woman, is the fish out of water, or they're returning home from going to the big city.
that's Hallmark.
That's Hallmark.
Oh,
We're talking about
Lifetime.
Oh,
Lifetime.
kill the husband.
No, Lifetime or kill the wife.
Kill the
Yeah,
husband.
yeah.
One of them.
Kill the
Somebody's
spouse.
dead.
Someone
Kill
has
the spouse.
So what my friend says is, someone has a secret. It's dark and unethical, and there's your movie.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you have a nanny who's sleeping with the husband.
Yes.
Somebody's getting
and
killed.
she's going to kill the wife so they can be together.
That's the story.
right.
What was your
definitely
laundry
the movie.
movie? You said your best laundry movie was Law and Order.
Law and Order is
Law
a
and Order's
great
your best
laundry
laundry.
show.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other one, the reason I have this much of a knowledge of the Hallmark is I love Cheers. Cheers is on the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah. Okay.
In the middle of the
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
It's on at like 3:30, so the DVR grabs it, and if I'm folding laundry or making beds,
Always
I'll
good.
turn it on. But the commercials during it are all for their movies.
Right.
So they're all exactly the same. But yeah, that's the...
Well, so there's
Yeah.
been a rift in this world. Okay, and it's rocked the Hallmark movie world.
Rock the world.
There is a
Scandalous.
movie Mace, you'll find this interesting. There is Hallmark is all these movies are rated G.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you never see ever in a Hallmark movie a couple in bed together.
Okay.
You insinuate it.
Do they kiss?
Yeah, that's it. Though. But you never go past
very
first base.
chaste.
Yeah, never go past first base. And so a few years ago, they did a gay Hallmark movie. And all the conservatives in the Midwest went, I don't need to see two gay guys kissing on TV. And Hallmark said, screw you, we're doing what we want. And somebody started a channel, the guy who was doing the Hallmark movies left and started a channel called Great American Family that has no gay subplots. And all the Hallmark actors went to the other one. So now all the B actors at Hallmark are moving up.
I know Candace Cameron Bure went to that one.
That's the one I heard.
She's
That's
the
why I
super
heard.
religious, doesn't like gay people.
Right.
Fuller House,
right.
yes.
And didn't want gay storylines on the air. So now you have a choice. You can go to great. Out of kind of protest, out of support for because I'm pro LGBT, so I won't watch Great American
Yes.
But,
I didn't know there was an alternative that was.
Yeah, it's sort of like
there's
the
always
Fox
an alternative.
Hallmark.
Yes. The Fox Hallmark.
It's
Wow.
Newsmax.
Yes.
Honestly, Chick-fil-A should buy that.
Yes. Right. Chick-fil-A would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys got a chance to listen to our entire show today.
I listen to every minute.
You usually do.
I do. I listen to a ton.
I appreciate that.
I used to not believe you.
I heard.
No, I do. I text you during the show.
Yeah, you do.
I heard Emily saying she has no faith in the Rams.
She does
That's
not.
when
she does
on the
not.
outside.
I am going to try my very, very hardest to be nothing but positive about the Dodgers until they
you
win the World Series.
You were a subject of our show yesterday.
You asked me
I don't know
that
if you heard it.
yesterday.
Did you hear it?
I know.
Okay, so we are wondering when this happened, but we were talking about Morales and how Morales is just like a dark cloud whenever he comes in. But lately, so have you. You have been very anti-Dodgers and very anti-Rams for about 2 weeks, and I was wondering when you were going to snap out of it.
I told them I haven't seen it
yet. Maybe today is your day.
I don't disagree with what you said, but I think I've arrived in these two things for different reasons.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Dodger reason is they have disappointed me so often, so recently.
Yeah.
So I'm a little at an arm's distance. Like I don't want to be hurt again.
You know what you should do? Become a Raider fan. They always disappoint you, and then you'll be happy about your other team.
I'm feeling a little bit hurt by the last few
I'm
years.
just afraid of getting my hopes up and having him go out in the first round again. So that's where my Dodger reluctance comes from.
And by the way, worst possible first round matchup is the one they got.
Except, and here's my positivity. Eventually, the baseball, especially playoff baseball, it's kind of a 50-50 proposition.
Yep.
That whoever pitches better that day usually wins. It's almost as simple as that.
For that reason, I would favor the Padres. They have better pitching.
I would too. However, the Dodgers have been unlucky, cold, however you want to characterize it, basically 2 full series in a row. So eventually that stuff tends to flip.
Right.
That Landon Knack could show up and give you a 6-inning, 1-run performance.
Good.
So
Yep.
I'm optimistic that the tide is going to turn, the do theory. The Rams, the reason I'm down on them right now, they're just missing everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not I'm down on them. They don't have their players.
I actually think if the Rams had their players,
struggling.
just if I could wave a magic wand and cure them of their injuries, they'd be 3-1 instead of 1-3. I think the injuries have been that specific and that damaging.
They're at the point of no return injury-wise. You can't miss. You can miss one guy, maybe 2, maybe 3. They're down, 7 starters?
The fact that
tomorrow?
McVay has made 3 of these 4 games competitive is like coach of the year kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know how he's not going to win it because they're not any good. But I mean, how do you even be competitive? I don't know why every game hasn't looked like the Arizona game.
They're not that bad.
Well,
the answer to your question is McVay and Stafford. That's why.
If this group played better in Chicago, they won. They're not
Well,
as bad as you think.
you kind of hit the nail on the. I was listening to your Rams report driving in, and if you looked at that stat sheet, without knowing the final score, you would have said Rams won.
Yeah.
Although Jim Mora, not the son, the father, playoffs. I did a show. Mason and I used to be the Sunday lineup at Fox Sports Radio years and years ago. I would do the morning shift, the early games with Billy Ray Smith and Jim Mora. And then Jim Lampley would come in and do the afternoons.
Oh yeah.
Love Lamps.
And we probably did that for 3 years.
Yeah, I'd say 3 years.
And I learned more from Mora in that 3-year stint about football than anything else.
This is senior, right?
Yeah, and he told me he's just a great guy. I mean, like
he's terrific.
still with us, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I think so,
lives out in the
yes.
desert. I'm heading out to the desert today.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy, and he's got great stories. And he said to me once, he goes, "If you show me a stat sheet from any NFL game, I only need to look at one line, and that will tell me who won and who lost."
Red zone?
No, you hit on it in your report. He said, it's turnovers.
Yeah.
Oh,
He said, that's how important the turnover battle is in the NFL. He said, you can have more first downs, you can have more yards, you can have, in some cases, more touchdowns. He said, but if you turn it over 2, 3, 4 times and they don't turn it over at all, he said, you're going to lose. Turnovers are coach killers.
They're killers.
That was that funny one. Was it Trey Lance was +3 and lost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Stetson Bennett was -3 and won the game.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Yeah, they're
only
exceptions to it.
It goes back to what we were talking about a second ago, and like pick the worst team in the league, Carolina Panthers, right? Who's the best team in the league? The Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. The gap between those teams isn't that big. Like same thing in the NBA. Like they're
like I was looking at Cincinnati plays Baltimore this week. I don't know if Cincinnati's not going to win that game.
Of course.
Of course they can.
And they're 0-4, and Baltimore's good. But
on any given Sunday, one quarterback plays well, the other guy doesn't play great, and the weirdest result happens.
Here's the second thing Morris said. If you only remember 2 things about our experience working together, one is turnovers control NFL games. That's number 1. He said, number 2, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm right. And I went, okay.
What?
I'm curious if you agree with this.
Yeah, what?
He said, a punt is a good play. He goes,
it's the most important play in the game.
Coaches get booed when they don't go for it. He said, football is a game of field position.
Yes.
He said, I don't understand why fans freak out when you punt. It's because the fans want to score and they want to have the ball and they get mad at the coach for going for it. He said, if you can pin the other team down inside their 20-yard line, absolute game changer.
It's the first thing you practice in training camp.
Yeah,
it's the first thing you practice.
And he's
in training
talking
camp
about
is punt.
DeMarco. He's talking about from an offensive perspective.
Yes.
He said a punt is a good play.
Flipping
and he goes,
field position.
He said it's why he was a special teams coach early in his career. He goes, it's why I never cut corners on the punter or the kicker. And if you go back and look at his teams, he had
Morton Anderson.
Morton Anderson was his kicker.
Yeah.
I blocked one of his.
Did you really?
And when he was with the Colts, he had that Mike Vanderjack who was pretty good.
Our idiot kicker got liquored up and went on TV.
At one point, the most accurate kicker.
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
league.
good.
Yeah.
But Mora never cut corners on kickers because he said punts and field goals can win
That's
you
why
games.
with the fake, we were talking about the fake when Ronnie Rivers picked up the first down.
Yes.
Teams that practice fakes usually don't make the playoffs.
Is that right?
Because of what Morris said. The punt is the most important thing in the game.
Because Rams, even when they're good, had some, Johnny Hecker, former quarterback.
Yeah.
Johnny Hecker was their
Yes.
best player for a series.
And they had the highest paid special teams coordinator, John Fossil, in the league, and
Most of
then
those
Dallas
came
basically
under
hired him away.
What coach?
Fisher.
Most of those
Fisher.
fakes came
Mostly
under what
fake?
coach? Yes.
The middle school offense, I believe Mr. Gurley
Yes.
described it as.
If you're practicing that stuff, you're not practicing
I
punts.
hadn't heard the more thing you're talking about with punts. I hadn't heard it like that, but I've also heard any possession that ends with a kick is a good possession.
Always good.
Same idea.
Yeah. That anything that ends with a kick is a winner. Super Crosstalk is brought to you by Positivity and In-N-Out. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.